Alright. Hey! Hello.
Hello?
Hello.
Hi,
Hello.
Sister Slug. Hi. Sorry, I was just making sure. I was like, did I forget to unmute things again? Because I have gone live and forgotten to unmute either myself or other people. So I was just checking to make sure that
Pretty
everyone
funny.
could hear me. Boom. Welcome
Boom.
back. Welcome back to Quantum Break. Welcome back to my stream.
Yeah, after our quantum break, I'm ready to be quantum back.
Are you ready to be
how's
quantum
that?
broken?
We rehearsed that.
I think it was good, actually.
Right. Thank you.
This actually does not have a lot to do with Quantum Leap.
Yeah, I was gonna say that the title is basically like big. Well, it's one word off from quantum
Yeah.
leap.
It's basically a joke, I guess.
Keep mistaking it with Point Break.
I mean, that was also a show from around the time period of shows they're referencing.
Was it? I'm thinking of the surfing movie with Keanu Reeves.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
you know what?
the
I was
surfing-
thinking of Prison Break.
Oh my god. Yeah, Prison Break is one of those shows, ironically. Shows for moms.
Didn't they break out of the prison after the first season?
They did. I remember everyone talking about it.
And then it like just kept going. Were
They were like, well,
That is pretty brave.
Yeah.
yeah, I think that's kind of brave for a show of that era.
At the start of the first season, they just go, "Oh man, we forgot that we still have to break out of the biggest prison of all, society."
Society.
And then it does like a
Lucky
title
Society.
drop.
Lil B is currently reviewing the 2005 X-Men the movie game. Holy shit.
Oh fuck,
That
does
does sound
really
like
good.
some on the street journalism that
Yeah.
I wouldn't miss.
I wonder what I
Yeah,
really want to hear
yeah.
what his thoughts. I do want to know what his thoughts are on that versus. Wow, my numbers just dropped down to 0. No. His thoughts on that versus Braid are. I almost called it Blade. Jonathan Braid's blow.
Yeah, asking for Little B's opinion on a lot of things is a dangerous game. But I know it could be good.
So here's the timeline so far. There's an experiment at the university. Then we had to escape it because it caused a fracture in time. Then they chased us through the library. Then they did a PR stunt. This was and that was where we had to make our moral choice.
Oh, yeah.
Then we watched an episode of the TV show.
I have missed a lot.
And now we're in the industrial area. I think this is actually because you were here for the first episode of the show, right?
I think.
Yeah, that's everything that happened.
Yeah, I don't think we actually went much further than that.
Okay, I may have amnesia.
I think what happened is, I think the only thing you missed is we saved the girl, the protester girl.
Oh no, I did see that actually.
Okay.
I have skull damage. That's the only thing I can assume.
Then I think the only thing that we might have missed is we went through a warehouse, like literally just like solving warehouse puzzles.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, our brother died. They dropped a rock on him in the library.
Oh no, they couldn't
Oh
afford him.
shit.
Don't. I mean, this is spoiler alert. This is a time travel game. He'll be
It is a
he'll
time
be
travel
back.
game. Oh, thank God, I miss him.
Wait, who is they? Who's the they that dropped a rock on him?
Who?
And why?
Can I look at the date? I'm trying to remember how I look up. Here we go. Okay.
When you look at the vase,
Because I don't remember them dropping a rock on the brother. I remember almost everything.
So it is Paul Serene, who is the guy who is working on the experiment, and also is like kind of the secret head of Monarch, because he traveled all the way back in time to create Monarch in order to prepare for the end of time. That's what we know so far.
Right.
So he disappeared into the time
Right,
machine,
right.
but then he reappears, but it's clearly like post time travel Paul that has appeared. And he tells us basically like, sorry, I have to do this, and he drops a rock on your brother by exploding the library.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Sorry, I just had to drop a rock on your brother. Is the they in question the infamous they them?
Yeah.
Yeah, their first role was actually in this game.
Yeah, it's actually weird. This is where they invented the pronouns for non-binary people. This is actually where they test ran Demi Lovato's pronouns.
I'm Paul Skeep.
They created this as a VR sandbox for Demi Lovato to
Change
change their pronouns.
Nobody's gonna be against you. Nobody's gonna have a clue what really happened.
Demi Lovato was actually originally supposed to be in this game, but then they they got like they had a little tiff on social media, so they got taken out. That is a massive
Oh.
screwdriver.
I don't know what to believe anymore.
Holy shit!
Damn, let's go.
It's bigger than the drill that it's right next
Yeah,
to.
no, like that's why it immediately made me notice how big it was. Is like the drill it's next to is like smaller than it. Like that is as large or as small as they could make a screwdriver apparently.
And those like audio cables or coaxial cables or something are also fucking gigantic.
That's so you can sample the electrical transformer for drone projects. Hi, Flowers.
For thick beef.
Yeah.
What a supportive college.
Oh wait. I can see that there's a light in there, and I want it. Because if I collect those, I can use them to make my powers better. But I have to figure out how to get in there. Oh wait, I think I can get in there via that way, because I can get in through the roof. So I have to just do a puzzle. I have to do a time puzzle first.
Hey, it worked. It's not holding.
It is funny that you're doing like
I don't think you're fast enough.
really basic puzzles in like the most kind of like mundane university setting imaginable. It
Yeah.
like doesn't feel like the right environment to be doing stuff that's video games.
I think you need to get to
This looks like The Last of Us.
Yeah.
Like,
Damn, it really does.
Them.
Like who?
I saw them on the way in. These geared up soldiers that
That looks cool.
blink in and out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool when you do that.
Some new
jump to assert dominance and impress girls.
You know, I thought I was losing my mind when I saw that.
College girls do love this.
There we go.
I need to know what's going on.
I was trying to remember what all of my
Really
movesets
wanna
were.
open that can of worms.
So I had to do them in front of her real quick.
Defied physics. I'm entitled to all the worms.
All of the worms. Like I said, I'm glad we saved her, because so if you don't save her, she does get killed.
Which is now fucked.
And I haven't played that route yet, but I'm assuming
It's fucked.
that it's just there's another character who can show up if she's dead, and he basically takes the same role as her in
Time
terms
is
of like
ending.
helping
Mom
you in
has
certain
something to do with it.
sections.
Get me to the dry docks and I'll find out.
Oh, that's cool.
AWE, Alan Wake event, or Alan Wake expansion.
Oh, damn. Yeah, it's right there.
Also known as the Altered
Maybe
World
I can climb
event.
through that open window on the second floor.
Ooh.
In
Yeah.
plain
That should work.
dang
Wait here.
English.
Alan Wake exists.
Ah!
That's so fucking true.
Weed event I really like.
So everyone thinks that modern
Hey, maybe I
warfare
should have an
is
altered
some
weed event.
asshole named
I'm
Warren.
sipping on this beautiful beer though.
Ooh.
What are you
I've
drinking?
got a kombucha,
Apparently he found
a
it
thing
on
of
the
water,
internet.
and
Now here's the thing.
one of those like knockoff with like Jack Daniels, and some root beer.
Damn, you're posted up.
Well, you are drinking hydration.
I got a dab pen today, and that's really exciting, but it's not
Whoa.
funny to rip on a stream. It doesn't make a sound.
Oh,
Oh.
just you got to make
It
the sound
looks
yourself.
really funny. What? Yeah, I'll use it on myself. Yeah, it basically is just like a hot ceramic coil. So you could like vape somebody's skin if you wanted.
So Paul founded Monarch.
We should just invite Bo to come on for a second to rep the bong, and
Need to get up to that window.
No, you don't.
damn.
I can't Foley bong sounds as well as Greg can. That
Greg's ability to do bong sounds
Yeah.
is insane. Is like legitimately insane.
The fact that
It-
they can reproduce
it
so
causes
fast.
environmental damage to me, and it happens a lot because I smoke bongs a lot in my house.
As one
And,
does.
You know, it's kind of hard to complete the act when somebody is making the sound with their mouth that your bong makes with your bong.
Imagine that would be really disorienting.
It's a thoughtless, cruel joke.
Is this bong already lit by itself somehow? No, it's
I mean, I
Greg.
I can't keep smoking because I get too scared.
Because you never know if the sound you're hearing is Greg or the actual
It's
bong.
real or not.
Yeah.
No, it's just like I imagine it's like somebody who's like counting different numbers when you're trying to keep track of them.
Also a
Yeah.
thing
You
Greg
can't
does
tell
actually.
which- you can't tell which bong you're smoking. Time bong.
That window, Jack?
I like how she just keeps telling me about the window. Like I don't like I heard.
Ooh.
It's like, oh, wouldn't there be crazy if you could get into that window? It's like I heard about the window.
Jack the window.
Jack! Oh my God! Help! There's a window.
There's an altered weed event happening. I like. So I made myself this crispy chickpeas with miso jalapeno and tahini. It's a dish that I make pretty often because it's pretty simple and it's really good. It's a little
Yeah, that's
spicy.
perfect.
It's a little spicy, so I've been drinking this beer with it. This beer is 7.7, and I'm halfway through, and I looked at it, and I was like, dang, I'm really halfway through. I wonder... Damn, I should probably feel drunk, and then I did.
Oh, nice.
Oh, I feel that.
You're at
Also, we have
you're at 3.5% then alcohol.
yeah.
I think is how that works.
Yeah, I am at 3.5. I'm already at 3.5%. More like 3.9 or something.
Did I miss?
Oh, Peru is giving us
Is
giving
that-
us a warning that we are encouraging Greg.
I want Greg to become more powerful, and I want them to start doing more and louder bong effects. I want them to fly too close to the sun. I want them to get cocky and in the process end up causing irreparable damage. I want a Greek tragedy with Greg and bong sound effects.
And bong sounds. Oh man, what if you made like a bong sound? I'm trying to think of a tragedy that could be caused by making too perfect of a bong sound.
I guess if you like caused yourself to become arrested because the
Yeah.
police assumed that you must have a bong on you somehow.
Yeah, you could do that actually. If somebody was like on a Discord call and you made that bong sound, the police would be like, I now have
Probable cause to search your house. Yeah. This game does the Mass Effect thing where when it tells you where you need to go, it'll just put a certain color there, and it's yellow in this game. So that's how you know where you're supposed to go when you're doing your parkouring. Just a little,
Yeah, it's
little
interesting how
chick.
yellow is becoming the signpost color in video games. Resident Evil 7 or 8 did that. So did Jod of War.
Jod of War? What's so Jod about him? There's so much fucking light points in just this level of the game.
Ronan sources found. I have this like Fern did irreparable damage to my brain because of this bit she had where the creator of the graphics interchange format, colloquial known as the GIF,
Yeah.
insists that it is pronounced GIF like the peanut butter. So Fern's bit is to take that logic to the extreme and just pronounce G's as J's wherever you see them.
Or it has to be stopped.
Resulting in things like the John of
Even
War.
Oh.
Going for a round of Jolf, taking out the garbage.
I would never go for a round of Jolf, to be clear, though. But
Parking your car, if you have it, in the garage. It's a great and fun game that will destroy your brain forever.
I think the thing that I...
Fern calls it Jilty Jeer all the time.
Jilty
Don't
Jeer is
even
good.
worry.
Jilty Jeer is extremely good.
Constantly.
I like that. I like that a lot.
Don't
You didn't
even
say
worry
random
about it.
verses, though.
Judge. Wait, I've actually never heard her said Junda versus, which fucking kills me. That one's really good.
Ah!
Yeah, I'm surprised.
I looked away for the screen for 1 second and I fell off the fucking train. Imagine
you
you're
can't do
like...
it with a giraffe, but it's the old...
I do really like how this character like spent like a minute straight just repeatedly being like, oh, you gotta get up to that window, get up to the window. And then because I took too much time fucking around trying to get all the Chronon sources, it just stopped. And now she's just watching me casually as I jump from train to train.
Like, wow, he really is just fucking parkouring all
This
over
guy's
this
fit as
place.
hell. He's in like some fucking jeans from Express.
Ooh, pizza and beer. Pizza and beer in the abandoned train car. Oh.
Cool.
Okay, Little B streams again soon. Here's his review. This game is surprisingly a little heavy, but it's not good. What X-Men is the Silver Surfer? Referring to Sean Ashmore as Iceman. Wow, what a weird
Okay,
coincidence,
that's great.
because this game also has Sean Ashmore in it, who we are playing as right now.
Wow. Holy shit.
Oh, fuck. Oh, I forgot about this stupid bit.
Oh, you've got to do some time bullshit.
Yeah.
Another one of those
Oh.
rewind things.
Can you rewind while you're on top of it and get teleported up? No.
No.
You mean...
Gendrave.
Jake keep Jazzlight Drillboss.
Let's absolutely go.
Ferna said girlfriend quite a few times. Which
That's
I
a
like.
good one.
Girlfriend, yeah, girlfriend sounds fine. Girlfriend sounds like what you would call like a Swedish non-binary partner.
Oh, my girlfriend.
Ah, my girlfriend.
Not even any voice. It's just-
That's
if I was the same
Swedish.
person who had a girlfriend.
Call your girlfriend. Girlfriend.
All right.
Jocelyn, that one is actually pretty good.
Do not say
Yeah, I did
joyfriend.
get,
Made it.
I did get
Now
some
to
weed
get to the
today
door.
called like sour garlic cookies, and you know what? This is a savory meal.
Sour
They weren't
garlic
even-
cookies does not sound like a good cookie though.
Yeah, I'm not really into it.
I mean, I feel like I could imagine fucking with it. I
A
had,
savory cracker.
it would be more like a savory cracker. Did I ever tell you about those charcoal cookies that I got from Kiki's Bakery?
Ew, no.
I don't think so.
Forget about me in there.
They were like,
Is beautiful but scary.
they're probably bad for you.
Yes.
It was impossible to eat like more than one a week. And probably also bad. But they were good. And they were quite savory.
Good work.
Damn.
I need to make this right. I'm gonna use the terminal up here and try and dig up what Monarch's really up to.
So the other benefit of saving her is that she hacks into their terminal and figures out what they're up to.
Fuck yeah.
Here she goes.
Ferraro, an eyewitness on
Oh.
the scene.
They should have
What is going
just
on?
let you rewind
They were
time
looking
so
for
that
the
she
man
wasn't
who
bored
took
and
things
annoyed.
Oh, shit.
Things
Yeah.
were very violent.
I'm so sorry, Jack. They forced me to do it.
I know.
Of Jack Joyce.
There's nothing you could have
Sounds
done.
like a terrifying scene down there. We really
That
appreciate
map
you
over there should help you
bravery
figure
going
out a
on
route.
record to speak out against what appears to be such a
Joe
dangerous
Choo-Chang. The whole chat is exploding with Joe Choo-Chang.
Ground zero.
It's like a mouth
That's the same
exercise.
area my brother used to have his workshop. I may have to pass through there to get
You all.
As in Paul Serene? That's why you're going to the dry docks.
We have unfinished business.
Paul Serene's a great
You
name.
may want to stay here until I'm done.
Yeah,
Oh,
I think you're right. I'll open the door for you.
Okay, stay in contact. Find a radio. I'll be on channel 3.
sorry, I was eating some
And be careful.
pizza.
Yeah, you too.
What kind of pizza you eating?
My roommates had gotten Pagliacci, so I took a slice.
Oh, that's good. I want pizza. I want pizza with some smoking garlic.
Oh man, pizza with some garlic on it.
Yeah,
Damn.
that's the best pizza topping.
It really is.
For you. Minced garlic. Fine
Ben
fish.
Jazzy.
You should always throw some garlic on top of
garlic.
your pizza.
Mmm.
Doing whatever, like just order whatever, like order their specials or whatever, and then just throw some garlic.
Throw some garlic on there. Yeah. No, I can do that. Oh man, garlic and pizza, or garlic and sausage on a pizza.
Oh,
Yeah. I'm a big fan. Sausage was one of my favorite meat toppings. I don't have meat pizza very often.
I'm not a big meat pizza person.
I used to hate sausage on pizza, but I've come around to it. I prefer, if I'm getting meat on a topping, it'd either have to be a classic pepperoni or like chicken.
Yeah. I actually agree. I think chicken on pizza can be quite good.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I'd be a fan of classic pepperoni, especially depending on what it's with. It's like spicy enough, which is part of the reason why sausage I think is good, because it's spicy. It's got zing. Don't even time blast people. God, I fucking love.
So you basically do you have time grenades now. Oh,
The fact that you can just time whatever everyone. Oh, that's so good.
I love it.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Love that.
There are definitely places. Whole cloves of roasted garlic are actually a really popular pizza topping here. Just from like
Yeah.
non-Domino's places.
Jack?
I bet you could definitely get a roasted
Still
garlic
cooking.
minced garlic pie.
Monarch Radio.
Yeah, well,
I heard a
whole
noise.
clove roasted garlic. Damn, that one is really good. I would say like minced garlic is great. I think it depends on the sort of pie you're building, but I
Yeah.
think roasted garlic is like so soft and caramelized, it goes really well.
Yeah.
Oh
I do
man.
have. Yeah. Sorry, Jay. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, Tony, when she was here, made us homemade Korean barbecue, and that included just like big chunks of roasted garlic cloves, which
Oh
like,
my god.
Fuck.
wow,
yes.
wrapping that up with like some I forget what the name of the leaf we were eating it on
That's
was,
fucking right.
but just like perfect compliment.
Oh
That's
my god.
right. God, I missed out on Tony cooking.
You missed out on
She was
Tony
here.
cooking.
Oh, oh my god. Tony was
Fuck.
here again.
Tony is coming back. Tony wants to be back.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna freak out.
Tony wants to be back with one of her boys who can drive, so that way she can get around a lot easier.
The problem with
excuse me.
travel becoming a little safer is that it has restarted the counter on how long I can go without seeing somebody who doesn't live here without becoming the Unabomber.
Yeah.
So Tony needs to come back right now.
Yeah, come right back.
I honestly have been like having to like keep myself at bay from doing the thing of like, well, I'm not working, and I have all this money that Joe Biden finally fucking gave me. What if
Yeah.
I used that money and just flew to somewhere else?
Oh god. Oh, I have a really big,
Look at this guy.
really big addendum to meat pizza
What?
toppings. Really, I feel
Good.
really strongly about this. Pepperoni only, but when I say pepperoni, I mean any kind of like thinly sliced aged meat.
Yeah. For
which
sure,
is
it's great on.
gravy to mean pasta sauce, but like pancetta.
Yeah, pancetta, prosciutto. This guy right here is really good. Can we admire him?
I like him. I like this little dude. Flowers, you live here. What are you talking about? Come fly and visit you. Fly to where? You fucking
Oh, Flowers is
fucking
watching. That's
West Seattle? What are you talking about?
get the Uber helicopter.
I was gonna say that our local New York style place, Old School Pizza, has it's my favorite there is the Princess, which is spinach, feta, sun-dried tomatoes. But I think that it is actually like not complete unless it has whole clove roasted garlic on it.
Yeah.
That's the. I feel like it just doesn't make sense without that. With it,
Oh
it's a
fuck.
very excellent form of pizza.
Yeah, I do feel that.
Seattle would have Ubercopter, but where the fuck would they even land?
On the womb of Bezos.
On the womb of Bezos.
On Upper Bezos. You know, I said this like anybody would know what I'm talking about, but I think that's fine.
What?
I think you can leave it as
What
the
I do
womb
mean
of
is that there's
Bezos.
some, like, if you don't live here and you don't know, there are some, like, typically disquieting, like, corporate art headquarters for Amazon that look like the final boss dungeon of Mother 2 or something. But you could
Yeah,
also just, you don't need that context.
Yeah, you
really.
could. I honestly, I didn't even make the connection. I was just like, yeah, Bezos' womb. That sounds
Yeah.
like something he would have.
It's time for us to enter the womb of Bezos.
Yeah, like it worked for the stream, but that was absolutely me just like having vocabulary for that and just being like, everyone in the world is gonna know what I'm saying right now.
Yeah, and if they don't,
saying the
they
womb of
they
Bezos.
must choose not to be knowing what I'm saying.
Yes. Bezos is like a sleeping giant curled around Mount Rainier.
Got his ass. Got him with the time grenade. See, it catches them in a stutter too, which is cool. Have I heard of DN? Display name, yes. Also known as D's Nuts. Not gonna fall for that one. Nice try, but I wasn't born yesterday. I'm a proud citizen of Updog.
God damn it.
How's Updog this time of year?
What?
How's Updog this time of year?
Oh, terrible. Are you kidding? We're going into summer. Updog's awful. It's way too hot.
Damn.
And then you know how like Candace gets about it. No.
That's doing good work. Thanks, chat.
No, don't move around. Stay right there. Please stay in front of my gun. Look at this. Look at. I think what I love about this is that Sean Ashmore is like a third-person cover shooter, but because they just mocapped, I assume him, he doesn't move like it. He just moves like some fucking jabroni.
Oh my god.
I'm learning a lot. Chat,
Yeah.
J Bear Hat stream community, you push me and teach me. You take me outside
Oh.
my boundaries.
Wait, shit. Did I tell you? Did I tell you that we got invited to go to SawCon this year?
Holy shit, no way, let's
Oh
go!
my god.
I can't believe they're holding it.
Yeah.
Do you think Grimes is gonna play the Diversity Lounge again?
Jesus Christ.
Unfortunately, Grimes actually paid them a lot of money to specifically get rid of the Diversity Lounge.
Still okay out there?
He bought it.
Any idea where I go next?
Well, before you said hi,
Look,
Gatehouse
I
Squad
thought
was
these were
talking about
Dr.
activating
Bronner's at
security
first.
measures to lock some door on the second floor.
That's a start. Thanks.
I will simply travel through time in order to enter here.
Joyce just took out Gatehouse Squad.
Replacing the Diversity Lounge with the Powerful Women Lounge.
Just tell me where he is.
Oh my god.
Charlie, where
Replacing the Diversity Lounge with a bunch of computers that are simply mining Dogecoin.
Ugh.
Hey, Jack. The husky lady on Monarch Radio seems to be unable to reach Gatehouse Squad. Remember the geared-up soldiers I mentioned who do the teleporting
What
stuff
would
you
one do
Yeah.
at the SawCon?
Apparently, they're intending to say hi
Look
back.
at you.
Saucon D's no.
Hey, start off.
Jay, what the fuck?
Jack, they're coming your way.
I can't
What?
believe you
I
just
can't believe
said
that
That's
just
so
fucking
gross.
I can't believe it.
That was devastating.
Just had to wait it out. I was like, it'll come through essentially. They'll forget. They'll get sloppy.
I cannot believe that you would do this to me. I can't believe that I would put my hands down in a cut formation and you would step on my hands to climb above me.
That's just how it is in this. Whoa, something's happening.
Time shit, for sure.
Uh oh, bro. It looks like it's time shit right about now.
Guys, my phone isn't loud anymore.
Oh, cool.
I keep forgetting this weed has flavor. I'm gonna announce it every time I take a hit. Because it's real funny.
Wait, does it actually taste like
It literally
garlic?
tastes like garlic. It honestly tastes like black garlic.
Damn,
like
that's actually pretty
purple.
cool.
Yeah.
Oh, Puppy's here. Thank you.
Aww, thank you.
So how are y'all's how is y'all's adjusting to life slowly becoming real again going?
Well,
Bad.
Bad.
Okay, it's okay. The fact that life is becoming more possible is good.
I went and saw Lonnie today because I have time off
Oh yeah.
between jobs right now. And the thing that was really cool about that was that we got to just go downtown and we got food at a place which was still like in that weird takeout eat out only zone, which is fine.
Mm-hmm.
But then we got to go like to a bookstore and like we went to Buffalo Exchange and then we went to this gay dude's bar that also served pie.
That's so fucking
that's
crazy.
great.
Yeah, and it was really, really good pie. So it was just this like weird thing of just like, oh, stuff is like half open now, but like not full open.
Wow.
Yeah, this is a weird one to decide what you want to like
Do.
do.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Because it's like, there's no, I guess for lack of a way to put it, like, there's no like clear guidance. Like they're not giving us really any clear guidance on this stuff. So it's just kind of like, you just gotta like kind of pay attention and I guess just use your best like judgment.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah. Still, it's like. I mean, I guess we're vaccinated, so.
DM me the gay bar pie coordinates. No, I really want to take people to the gay bar pie coordinates. It was just a bar run by a very nice gay guy, and we talked because we were the first people there because we just happened to show up after like 4, and we were just talking about it. The only thing that was a bummer about it was that I guess their CO2 like was blown out, so they were like, we can't serve literally any beer. So we had that's why we had
No.
Moscow mules.
I
Cause
think
like,
I've seen Pie Bar.
yeah, I think it might be just called Pie Bar. It's like right in Ballard area, but they were like, yeah, we just don't know when we're gonna be like getting that fixed because I have no idea. Like he's like, I don't know what's wrong with it, but I'm hoping soon because I really want to go down there and have a nice, like, I don't know, I feel like a nice stouty beer and a nice pie would be good.
Oh yeah, that's a really good idea.
The pie was real fucking good, and the Moscow Mule he made us was delicious. Ah. That's
I
fine.
don't entirely believe that is possible. Like,
What?
No, not in like a criticism way, but I'm just like, wow, that's a thing you can do.
What? Go downtown?
Go downtown, eat
Yeah.
a slice of pie.
You just slice a pie.
Yeah, that is wild.
Operation is harvesting some kind of fuel.
They-
I'm not emotionally ready.
They also had they do also have a window, so if you just wanted to get a slice of pie to go, you could do that.
Uh,
Sure, but it looks like it's at the center of everything Monarch's doing. The thing they stole from the
I love a
university,
pie
this
window.
operation, everything's linked to the CFR
On the
somehow.
a wonderful gay bar on the Russian River. That sounds great. I got I got a vegan cherry pie because I wanted it. I weirdly enough, vegan desserts tend to be really really good.
yeah, vegan desserts. I've had a really good kind of batting average with them. Oh my god.
It's because I think they finally learned how the tech so that it's not just dry and shitty, which is like what vegan desserts were for like my entire teen years.
Yeah, I feel like there's a lot you can do now. I honestly make a lot of vegan, like, I want to make more vegan desserts, not necessarily because I need them to be, but because they just secretly have a lot more protein a lot of the time.
Ah.
Like, I just want to make, like, silk and tofu mousse.
Oh,
and
fuck.
just be like, ooh.
So here's the thing you can do is if you use a thing like that, you can do that. Like if you use one of your time shields, you can do a stutter, which then just freezes everybody in the area, which allows you to fuck around with them.
Yeah, this feels very control.
Yeah, no, like it is extremely fun how much they like very clearly use this as like a trial run for a bunch of ideas in Control.
Oh, damn. I want to make coconut milk caramel. That sounds so good.
Oop.
As far as I know, peanut butter is vegan.
It should be, right?
Yeah, pretty fucking sure it is. The thing is, I'm high enough that I'm like, oh my god, don't kill me.
I mean, it depends on how strictly vegan you are, which...
I'm just like I'm so used to like extremely weird, like hearing about extremely weird shit, like not being vegan secretly.
Yeah, like Jell-O.
Yeah. Just
Well, I mean, a lot of gelatin stuff, gelatin does use.
yeah, that's the really big
Animal
one.
stuff
Honestly,
in
but it
general.
feels like everything.
That's one of the, well, I feel like that's a very common gotcha, but,
Yeah.
you know.
Man, I hate when people get me.
Palm oil is kind of the other thing.
I feel like in some ways that is a little bit more
Oh, fuck.
of a thing that makes sense than like the honey.
Yeah.
I don't think honey should count as not vegan. I'm sorry if this offends.
Yeah. It's
Oh yeah, Oreos are famously vegan. It's like, as far as I know, a vegan mean.
Gotta find a way out of here.
As a longtime homosexual, I'm adjacent to many of them.
As a longtime homosexual, I am adjacent to vegans.
vegan. Honey is vegan because bees consent. I mean, that's what I believe. Right?
Honey is vegan because bees aren't animals. They're bees.
There's gotta
They're
be
basically
some
plants.
Get up there.
You look at a bee and you tell me
Wait.
that thing has more sentience than a fucking plant.
It has bees perform labor.
Yeah, that's the thing. Honey isn't Marxist, but that doesn't mean it can't be.
Sophia,
Bees are kind of bee.
We're really going places.
Yeah.
We're getting some mileage in on this
on this controversy. I mean, I feel like people just like heard. It's like a lot of discourse where I feel like people just gave up without a fight. Somebody just decided, oh, honey isn't vegan, and instead of people arguing it, they just were like, okay, sure, and they just gave up. And now they can't have honey, and that's their loss.
Yeah.
What the fuck is a plant doing when it grows? Thank you.
What is it doing?
At that point, you're in like the same territory as like the dumb like the dumb bit on Simpsons where it's like, I'm a level 7 vegan. I don't eat anything that has a soul or whatever, or that casts a shadow.
I mean, that is pretty goth.
We
not your average elevator.
not your average. Shut up. It didn't even make sense.
I found documents here about some kind of private gala Marnik is hosting tonight.
Tonight. After everything that's happened.
It has something to do with their future plans. Serene is delivering a speech and the guest list.
Oh my god, oh, hi Tony. Tell Tony to come back
hey,
soon
Tony.
because I miss Tony. I miss hanging out with Tony.
Hi, Miss Tony.
But I'm gonna find out.
We all miss Tony so much.
Simply put, we miss Tony. Trying to figure out if there's a way to get over there to explore for items, because I love to explore levels. I don't think so though.
We miss Tony, gamers.
Gamers, let's gather together and miss Tony.
Let it society, the society if meme, but it's society if we weren't missing Tony, and it's and it's the futuristic looking society, but also we have like really good food in it. Oop. Okay, here's how I'm supposed to get over here in order to get. Wait. Oh, okay.
Which of
Just
our
grab a
friends
Chrono.
do before business days?
What?
Which of our friends is
Oh,
true before business days?
I think they're just a friendly
Seattle.
streamer. Right?
Sure.
I still didn't make out what Mia said. Sorry. What?
You know what? It's not important.
Okay.
I'm leaning back in my chair. I'm very relaxed right now.
Y'all having a nice sleepy Wednesday?
Oh my god,
Leaning back in
absolutely.
your
A nice sweepy Wednesday?
Hello, sweetie.
What I need you to understand is that I smoked an indica and turned into a wizard.
Oh, is that what? That's the difference between a sativa, right? Indica makes you a
Yeah.
wizard. Sativa makes you, I don't know, a dragon? What's the opposite of a wizard?
Definitely a dragon. Yeah.
Definitely a dragon.
The opposite of a wizard is a really interesting philosophical question, but I do think that dragon is what.
I do-
what that-
It's a really
I don't
interesting
know.
question, but I think you're right in that it's a dragon.
It's
Like a
really, I'm
dragon,
like,
but-
damn, what really is the opposite of it? But I feel like two equally opposed mythical creatures are in fact a
Okay.
wizard and a dragon.
We're getting closer.
I actually, here's the thing. I have strong feelings about this now
Which was
because
the
I think
dragon?
dragons are too chill. Like they.
And wizards are
Oh,
unchill.
really?
I'm the wizard, of which, I'm
The
disgusting.
wizard
It's
you.
like classic stoner metal, like mushroom-shaped candle.
Yeah,
in
yeah, I
shop.
think Gandalf is a pretty chill dude. I mean,
Yes. Like kind of cracking wise,
Right.
and stoned his balls. And 89 years old or more. Like
Okay.
that energy, but like I feel like I don't know. Sativa turns you into like an imp.
Or
Like, there's good-
gremlin.
there's good-
Like something
there's-
mischievous.
Yeah, like the energy could go either way.
I got that briefcase we lifted from William Joyce's car. Laid out the contents in the trailer. You want me to go through?
Choices. A rogue. Yeah, if we were thinking of different classes, but I mean, I like the idea that the two things that are in a fantasy book are a wizard and a dragon,
Yeah.
and those are opposite sides
If
of
you don't-
some kind of spectrum.
If you
Yeah,
don't
you
have
create a
both,
weapon triangle.
if you don't have one or ideally both, it can't be a fantasy novel. You need to have either
Right,
a
you
wizard or
have
a
to
dragon.
have, and you're either more aligned with wizard or you're more aligned with dragon.
If it doesn't have a
Um,
wizard or a dragon, it's a sci-fi novel. Doesn't matter what else is in it.
Yeah.
If a boy brings you home and he doesn't have a wizard or a dragon, don't fuck him.
I dare you. Name one fantasy novel that doesn't have a wizard or a dragon in it. You can't. And if you do, I haven't read it, so it doesn't count.
I feel like most novels philosophically have a wizard and a dragon.
Well, are they on the
That's
same
not
side? How often are they on the same side? I don't think
They're
they're necessarily natural
I
enemies.
feel like rarely are dragons and wizards on the same side. I think that's exactly it.
No wizards or
Yeah.
dragons in Lord of the Rings? That's
But
not
that's
true.
something that, it's also like opposites attract, maybe.
They
Like,
have both wizards and dragons.
In Lord of the
I-
Rings, yeah.
well, okay, like the two of you, on the spectrum of dragon to wizard,
Okay.
where would you place yourself?
Paul's men had taken
Oh,
the
man.
Paul's car.
So good.
Contents on the table.
I'd say like 75% of the way to dragon.
Really?
Yeah.
I can see that.
Yeah, that's pretty strong.
you're like-
I don't like
you're like-
rules.
You're
That's,
basically like hanging out with a gay porn YouTube poop.
The will
was that about anyone, or is that just consent? What?
wasn't much
That was
better.
about you.
Oh, okay. I thought you said you're
Energy.
basically hanging out with a gay porn YouTube poop, and I was like waiting for that to go somewhere else.
No, that's what it. No,
Like, how
that
does
was the person.
Kind of a big no-no.
No, that's I
that-
get. That's my vibe.
Is
Is
that
the
more dragon or more wizard?
that's 100% more dragon.
I was
Okay.
corroborating. Like I feel like dragon.
I'm on my way to Paul. The dry docks.
Serene's not the priority. I'm getting you out of there. I'll meet you
Our
at the dry
girl,
docks.
our girl,
Channel
Beth
1 is
Beth
the monarch
Wilder,
frequency. Use
Breath of the
Breath of the
Wilder,
And Jack, don't do anything stupid.
is yelling at us to stop
Thanks
being
for
an
the vote of
idiot,
confidence.
which of course we're not listening to. I say as I attempt to see if I can get myself lodged into the geometry. Oh, okay. I forgot about this running bit. There's this guy who you could find these email exchanges he's having with like one of the scientists, one of the like woman scientists who's been like at the tippity top of the secret. And it's just him sending her massive screenplays that he's writing.
That always.
Shit.
About
fucking
basically
funny.
himself and a hot scientist lady. And they're like
Shit,
huge. They're like
yeah.
huge, like lore dumps. And it's just over the course of the game, you can find these emails that are just him sending her his screenplay and being like, "Why haven't I heard back from you yet?"
I'm so jealous of the person for which writing these was their Friday.
Yeah.
More than
God.
anything. More than anything.
You don't want to stab me with that time knife. Why not? Because I'm actually you from the future. I have not read them all yet, but I really want to at some point because they're like actually like a long ass script.
That's fucking great.
And here's Martin Hatch, aka Lance Reddick, making some moves behind the scenes. I would say more than like at most maybe Control, this game has the most like lore that is told through like emails and stuff. And so I do highly recommend if anyone's ever interested, just going through and looking up like the lore on Wiki, or like looking up like the emails and stuff on a fan wiki, because people have absolutely transcribed them all. But there's a lot of cute minor character development stuff that's processed through them.
That's very cute. I'm stressed out by how many people's like Netflix DVD rentals are getting stepped on in this game.
God, this game really does take you back to the days of the Netflix DVD rental. I kind of miss that.
Yeah, you can still do it. Actually, I'm kind of like, damn.
I'm kind of thinking about it.
I mean, yeah, like they I forgot the YouTuber we were watching was like basically able to track down a super rare DVD just by like, you can still make a Netflix delivery account and they just have weird rare shit by being Netflix.
Oh, I mean that makes sense. Okay, consider this. Seattle movie nights.
We just heard an explosion near the harvesting perimeter.
But we are just using the Netflix DVD system to supply the movies.
Oh my god,
That's
I love
really
the
funny.
object that just dropped in front of your
And
face.
I love
Yeah.
that. But also, Scarecrow did start doing
yeah.
like it on Netflix. So I'm like, I want to do Scarecrow.
Oh yeah, no, that makes me more sense. It's way more reasonable to do that with Scarecrow because it's actually local and benefits people that aren't whatever the sick pervert who runs Netflix is.
Yeah.
Whatever demon of Satan.
17-year-old
Yeah.
president of Netflix.
Whatever fucking wizard is running Netflix.
Will's workshop.
The wizard in charge of Netflix.
The area we
Yeah, it
refer
would
to
be a
as
fucking wizard. What?
Ground Zero.
It was clear that the workshop was at the center of the Monarch operation. I wanted to see what was in there, and it seemed to be the only way to the dry docks and Serene.
The disgusting bastard, John Netflix.
Of the Netflix family fortune.
Netflix family fortune.
Do you ever think like of businesses like that there's like a moment where they just like go like, oh, I'm going to become evil now? Or is it like a gradual process?
Oh, it's time to become. Hey guys, we've got to become.
Hey guys,
evil.
we've done a lot of job like delivering on things people want, but I think it's time that we just become evil.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's time to become, as they say, the Joker.
the Joker, but he's going like, you get what you fucking deserve. And then it's him presenting you with the new Netflix pay increase, and also you can't do password sharing anymore.
As Will's workshop as soon as I saw the old billboard on campus.
The area we refer to as ground zero.
It was clear that the workshop was at the center of the Monarch operation. I wanted to see what was in there, and it seemed to be the only way to the dry docks.
Yeah, they have infinity money. Why would they crack down on password sharing?
Because
Like,
there
what is that
was
gonna
like
do? Is that gonna actually make them more money?
they do that thing that furry conventions do, where they go, this cost us this much money, with the idea being that like, oh, if people didn't ghost our con, that they would have spent the money on that ticket. But it's like, if they didn't ghost your con, they wouldn't have gone to your convention.
Right. It's the exact like. It's why you know. It's why it, you know, in addition to bad press, like game developers like gave up on trying to make piracy a thing.
Yeah.
Because it resulted in incredibly bad press that it didn't actually affect anything because someone wasn't gonna buy your game. They just weren't gonna buy your game.
Yeah, no, they just were never gonna play it if you crack down on piracy.
Right.
And in a lot of cases, I feel like they saw that if they went out of their way to make the DRM really bad, I feel like a lot of gamers just straight up would then pirate it out of spite.
Right, exactly. It became this thing where it was like, well, you know, if they want to buy it, then buy it. You kind of are like, you're making something with that being like an inevitable cost. Because if somebody wants to pirate it, they just will pirate it. Like, there's pretty much nothing you can do to stop them. All you can really do is just make it easy to buy things.
Yeah, no, and I mean we talked about this before, where it's like that's kind of how they've won in the piracy war, which I think is probably why they're cracking down on password sharing, is because they've kind of realized that like, oh, we've won on the piracy war because we made it easy to just stream or just pay or just rent or whatever. But I think they underestimate that if they make that part harder, people will just immediately go back to pirating.
Right, because it's like, again, the success of that industry, and it's also like a bad success, the Netflix and Spotify model, but it's what we have. And it's like, okay, sure, this works, and it's clearly very successful. But like, if you can't password share, it's like, well, I'm not gonna pay whatever, however many bucks a month it is.
Yeah, no, then I'm not gonna do. Me and my parents aren't gonna share a Netflix account because one of us is willing to pay for it, or like me and my friend are gonna split it, the cost 50-50, and we both use it. It's just gonna become like, oh, neither of us are gonna fucking pay for it then, because fuck that, because we don't get the full amounts worth. Like, I think that's the problem, is that Netflix doesn't realize is that most people don't feel like they get their full Netflix amount worth. They just share it with their friends. And that's where they get the worth.
Right, exactly.
Check this out. Yoink. Yoink. Oh, that was solely for tricking unsavvy investors. That unfortunately makes a lot of sense. Is that it's just, you know, it's the many games of capitalism where for some reason everything is constantly like a trick where nobody actually really believes it, but everyone has to pretend they do.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense, because I'm sure somebody is like, some investor is like, oh my god, you could be making, what about password sharing? My niece does that.
Yeah.
And
and
you're
these
losing
elite
out on
hackers. Yeah.
money. It would just be so easy for you to get that money, and it like is like, well, you're very stupid, but you also have so much money, and you
Yeah.
don't really want to disavow of that notion, you know. So
My big anti-capitalist thing lately is that I'm anti. Oh fuck. Is that I am inherently anti any and all shareholders, because I feel like everything that's wrong with every company always comes down to shareholders.
Yeah.
Yeah, not wrong.
Ooh. Oh fuck! There's so many of these guys. Jesus. Fuck. Got his ass.
Will never told you what he did in that workshop at Ground Zero?
No, never. He hid that part of his life from me. Nothing prepared me for the weirdness that was waiting there. And even that was just a prelude to the bad stuff that would follow in that same place later.
A thing I really like with these guys is that when you defeat them, their bodies kind of get trapped in this weird time fucked up thing. So they have these little generators on their backs, and that's what gives them the same sort of powers that you have. Is that they're little Chronon emulators. And so that's kind of a thing that you get throughout the game. Is you'll have enemies that have similar powers to you, or are immune to some of your time tricks because they have Chronon things on them.
Time tricks.
But it also makes it like, you know, you could fuck them up by destroying their time thing, and then it immediately puts them in a bad way.
Hell yes. My made fried rice. I'm gonna get a little cup. Fried rice.
Hell yeah. Fried rice.
Oh, that sounds great.
I want some fried rice. No, I don't. Actually, no, I'm good. I'm probably gonna make I might make some chicken and Brussels sprouts after this. Look at that. Anyway, you can physics these guys through the air. But they get reset because they're caught in a time stutter. The dude who wrote that doctrine got a Nobel Peace Prize in business. Wait, what was this? The idea that a business should work for their investors was new and got adopted because people with money lobbied for it so much. Yeah, no, I've picked up on that.
Funny.
I have picked up on a sense that shareholders are, or at the very least, the outsized importance of shareholders is a new thing. I didn't realize that it was from the 70s and that it was like that blatantly like a forced meme.
Absolutely no entry.
Got it. Calling it a forced meme. Anything lobbied is a forced meme is a really good concept.
I have realized that the concept of a forced meme applies to so many things, where it's just anything that is unnaturally embedded in our culture.
It is. Okay, so I did watch somebody posted it on my timeline. I've never watched an H Bomber John Benjamin video before.
Mm-hmm.
But
is that the twink that hasn't, you know, yet?
What is this?
You know, the H bomber, but the guy is silent. That one?
Jesus fucking Christ. Anyways, we'll ignore that.
Okay. And you should.
Moving on.
See, you all know about these people way more than I do. And I was like, I guess this is what kids get instead of politics. Bill Nye the Science Guy. But it wasn't bad. Anyways,
wait, hold on. Somebody asked what the H stands for. The H stands for HSTS. Go on.
What does that mean, Dave?
Huh?
Anyways, it was about anti-vaxxers. It was about the guy who's kind of precipitated the modern anti-vax movement.
Oh, okay.
And it was about how he was exposed by investigative journalists in the 2000s for inventing the very, very blatantly like poor study that most of the anti-vaxxer movement was based on, by a lawyer who wanted to bring a class action lawsuit against the state claiming that vaccines caused autism. So he was paid off by a lawyer to do that, to create the study, and the study was really, really bad, and obviously wrong, and he committed a lot of massive ethical crimes against children in doing so. It was pretty horrifying. And I was like, but wow, this guy really just like, he did just make it all up. The whole thing was like, was a hoax, and he knew it was a hoax from the very beginning. And he's kind of like, you know, he was trying to tell people to not use this particular vaccine because he wanted to sell his own vaccine to replace it.
No fucking way.
Yeah, it's 100% real. And he's changed his opinion to be like, all vaccines are bad, which was not his original opinion. He wanted people to use his vaccine, but he did that because the people who are most interested in him now are anti-vaxxers, and they don't want to hear that any vaccine is good. So now he's like, well, now I guess all vaccines are bad. Because his scheme fell apart. Because, you know, he got exposed for all of this stuff by investigative journalists and medical boards. But it was like, oh wow, I knew that this was some kind of, as Shay put it, forced meme. But I didn't realize how forced it was.
Yeah, no, it's legitimately unreal how much stuff like that is all influenced by like nothing, by like basically nothing.
Yeah.
Like there's an extent to sometimes of stuff like the general like the specific like that specific anti-vax movement where you're like, oh, maybe there was like some study that was poorly done, or like, you know, maybe it's like general medical skepticism that kind of leads into this like stuff, and then you look into it and it's like, oh, it's literally the entire thing is fake, and it's taking advantage of people not trusting medical science for like a variety of reasons.
Like that was the thing, is that it was like, it absolutely wasn't like even just like that's what you'd think, right?
Right.
Is like, oh, this must be some like irrational but like normal level of skepticism that kind of just ballooned out of proportion. And it was like, no, it was all faked from the very beginning. As a very deliberate opportunity, like, and it was like this original lawyer like found some like parents, and it was like a tiny number of people who were for whatever reason fixated on the vaccines, and they were like, oh, maybe we can like get a lawsuit out of this. And so he hired the doctor to create evidence to support that argument. And then that snowballed into the guy's entire career.
It's so fucked up how it's like literally just creating a hoax movement to prey on people's like irrationalities or like sometimes rational anxieties, but like preying on them in like the most predatory way by like giving them like this world belief that like where, you know, that human nature thing where the more you're criticized, the more you double down, like the human impulse to double down and to just pull these people into thing that they would have never gotten pulled into if he didn't do this.
Right, exactly.
Goddamn.
No, it's very like, yeah, just, yeah, super depressing. Like, it clearly like didn't have to be that way. And yet, like, because it like kind of like took advantage of those same things, it just was able to really snowball.
But it was scrambled. It's impossible to crack.
By the way, love this effect here that they just had of you walking through like a fracturing time of like your
Yeah,
brother
all that
doing
shit.
secret research in here, and then there being some sort of confrontation between people at some point, and now
Yeah.
you're just like, and now you're just here, and it's just like days rapidly cycling through in and out of just like a single warehouse.
This looks cool as hell. Like, I was gonna say, like, all of these effects are awesome.
I really, like, going through like all of their catalog, especially kind of in like somewhat order, like they honestly were ahead of the game on so much shit.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. Like, I know that they were, doing really cool stuff, but it does feel like they kind of like didn't get the credit they deserved.
I legitimately think Remedy is slept on. Like they are so known as like the 7 out of 10 games producer that like, yeah, but the reason they're 7 out of 10 is because they do some things like really fucking cool and well. It's just that like up until Control, their games are like, their games didn't have the polish that is like that people were looking for when they were reviewing games, basically.
Yeah.
Like these, I feel like all of the, I feel like after between Max Payne and like Control, I feel like a lot of their back catalog is stuff that like, yeah, if you release these games now, they would like, now that people know how to interpret like shit like Nier and Drakengard or like Deadly Premonition, I feel like people would have a much better appreciation of these.
Yeah, definitely.
Nope. Wait. No! No!
Oh no! Oh,
oh man. I might have just frozen the game.
Oh no.
I might have to do that. That was my fault because right before I clicked that, I dropped my controller and accidentally set like a time thing. So I'm willing to bet that what happened is that it was trying to render that thing and also the effects going on around us at the same time.
Oopsies.
Oh, wait. Okay, cool. Huh? There we go. Okay. It just had to probably finish rendering it, and then it was fine.
Every unanswered question I had was compounded by what I'd seen at that workshop. The events at the university were part of something much bigger. Something that had started 17 years ago.
Escape from the broken time. Man, even shit like this, where it's like, oh yeah, you can like look out and see the city here, and then like, oh, but sometimes you can't because the stuff that's here is actually like falling out or not. Yeah, no, I was saying that's always like between Max Payne and Control, because Max Payne was really tight for the game, for like the game development part of it, like the gameplay, but Alan Wake and Quantum Break kind of earned them a reputation as like a 7 out of 10 producer.
Alan Break.
Alan Boyk.
Alan
Wake and Break.
Wake and Break. Oh my god, am I right? Alright. I'm actually going to use the restroom.
Oh yeah.
Be right back.
No problem. Oh yeah, and here's that annoying nerd dude being like, "Hey, the girl that we were using to make propaganda is not making propaganda and is in fact in our computer system downloading all our files." Tony. I will pass that along to Brew if Brew is not in the chat. Brew, if you are in the chat, can we get a pog?
I hear the stream in the other room,
okay.
Which makes me feel like the Wizard of Oz.
You to your roommates, please do not pull the curtain back and see me in my streaming pose. How How do I access that one over there? I want that.
Yeah, it's really funny. Well, it's great. It's great to be the other person because, like, I will watch Baru's stream in the living room, and I will hear her, like, scream in real life, and it feels like being psychic.
Oh yeah, no, I have that sometimes when we watch Meeks' stream in the living room.
He'd had his powers much longer than me. What was the cause? Was I sick as well, or was it his time travel? I didn't know.
I'm so fucking happy I got to go to this planet. I miss it so much. I feel so restored.
Yeah, no, you were welcome over anytime. Oh hey, what's that?
What is that?
What's that? What's what's that? 1-to-1. I looked at it. It's labeled as an Intel object.
Can you get an MRI?
I was trying to. Oh, so Beth's been talking to Fiona Miller. So the girl who gave the annoying guy his egg sandwich is working with Beth Wilder. Beth Wilder? Beth Wilder. Alan Wake Book with a capital E.
Alan Wake Book.
Book. Why am I saying it with a Swedish accent? A book. Alan Wake a book.
Oh, I don't know anymore.
Oh, no, I want... Stop. Give me this. I want this. No! I'm trying to just grab these points. There we go. Because now I can... See, now I have 8 upgrade points, so I can upgrade more things.
Ooh. Yeah, you should just be able to spend all of it on making him just larger.
just make him a large man.
Yeah, like I think every game should be on like new Super Mario Brothers rules.
I think
size.
I should be able to unlock cheat codes and have like big head mode that I can enable. I'm gonna reduce my cooldown so that I can throw time grenades.
More big size of man.
Make man bigger. I think it would be funny to have a game where every time your character levels up, they just like increase just like a hair in size. Like just like 1 pixel, like 1 pixel in width and height. So that it's not until you've like leveled up like a lot that you start to notice like, wait a second, is my character getting bigger? But also it becomes a thing where it's like as you level up, certain areas become locked out to you because your character is too big and can't get into them now.
Love that.
This is my idea of game. This is my idea of game design, by the way. Is that games should just be broken. Jay, that's just a weight gain game.
Hell fucking yeah.
But
I have not seen this mod for Resident Evil 8, but I really like the sound of it quite a bit.
Oh yeah, I heard about the. Is this the hat mod they're talking about? Yeah. The hat mod. It was just like I don't know how the mod works, but it was like a mod where like every time you see her and then she goes out of sight and then you see her again, her hat is just getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Like her weird floppy sun hat.
Yes.
You'll meet me tonight at the Monarch Gala.
Gala. Time's ending and
Wow,
you're
they-
having a fucking
Fond of Resident Evil 8.
Resident Evil 8, from what I saw, is a lot of fun. I watched Lonnie play a bit of it.
It's an enjoyable, funny world that I really like seeing. Like, it's a really rare game where, like, I've said this before and I'm gonna jinx it, but like, it's a really rare popular thing where the only content I see shoved in front of my face just delights me.
Yeah. No, so I love, like, it's a game where it's like, even if I didn't also enjoy it, it's like, I love, but the fans are having fun and it's cute. I like what
Yeah.
I'm seeing. I love any art that draws Ethan Winters as a small gremlin. As just like a small, awful little gremlin.
I can't stop. Okay, I've really so. There is a person who was selling a like Catboy charm set
Okay.
that had Catboy Duke, and that was really good, and she was really smart to do that. But also, what I discovered through that set was that the artist has like an insert that's just the Duke's wife, and just like draws like really, really like erotic and like beautifully drawn fan art of like her and the Duke like kissing and ripping bongs together.
I have the
And, like,
hugest shit-eating grin on my face right now.
it's so fucking good. She's so right. And she also has a fucking Pete, like Goof Troop Pete like collection and like Ita bag.
She... Oh... her mind, she is channeling the fag culture through her, and God bless her for it.
She's so fucking
Nothing
smart.
but
Her
respect
drawings
for the
are so
Duke's
good.
wife. I'm assuming that, like, of course, the Duke's wife must also be similarly voluptuous.
It is like a size difference thing, but
Okay.
it also looks exactly like her.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense then. Yeah. I mean, I feel like you would have to do a size difference because he's like what, like 8 feet tall in the game? Am I wrong? And like, am I wrong in that? Like, because like I've only seen like a few things of him, but he looks like a giant, like tall man.
Yeah, there is the 1800s political cartoon fat phobia of the whole thing, but it's really good for like really cute girls to like eroticize him and be married because he's also like he's great to hang out with.
Yeah, no, he rules. Everything I've heard is that like he's a fan favorite character. Like people fucking adore the Duke.
Well, you're getting slices taken off of you, described as by some of my friends as like an entire souvlaki cone, the entire game, and there's just this like really chill, like sexy fat guy who cooks. He like makes food with you or like for you. He has a beautiful fancy menu, and he hangs out.
He hangs out and he hangs out and he chills and he smokes loud.
Yeah, like when you see him, it's like it's this drink of cool water.
Oh, I like that. Wait.
Yeah, exactly. Like it's so sweet. You share a meal together. Like you caught it, he cooks it, you enjoy it.
Lonnie was telling me about that being like an element to the game. Is that like, oh yeah, you like cook meals for him, or like you bring him the ingredients and he'll like show you these recipes, and then you like cook together.
The Duke is like the type of person you want to encounter and spend the entire rest of the night hanging out with at a gay bar.
Yeah. He's also the dude who would just know a bunch of shit about the game, about like local gay history and like culture.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm back.
We're talking about the Duke. No Country
my
for Old
God.
Twinks is requesting a link to the Duke's wife fan art, I think.
Oh my god. Okay, I have to find it. I will just find her username so you could take it all in because it's all really fucking good.
The Duke is really
Paul
hot,
Serene
and
just
the Duke's
saying "don't" as you fire a gun at him is really funny.
The Duke wife art is really hot. Like, it's good.
It's really hot. What a beautiful vision she's really cursed.
She, oh right. Okay. I'm typing her Twitter username in the chat. Chariot P _.
Here's another great set piece, classic Remedy set piece. So Paul, because we fired a gun at him, he got mad at us. So he collapsed basically an entire shipping yard onto us, but it got time fucked up.
Wow, what a dick.
Yeah, it kind of sucks, honestly. Wait, what are you asking of me here? So now we're trying to meet Beth. Oh.
Okay. Focus, Jack. Focus.
So for example,
Oh,
we
wow,
can
okay.
rewind time, but we have to move quickly because that's just gonna collapse otherwise, like that.
Okay. I have to fully admit that I'm just looking at her art now, and I did just notice that she's making a Lady Dimitrescu body pillow where like one side is like smug mommy and the other side is her being like really huffy.
Yeah.
It's really
Oh yeah.
it's doing critical damage to me. her temper tantrum aspect causes difficulty
Well,
in my life.
I remember like when the game dropped and it was just like, ooh, mean, rough mommy, and then like all of this stuff started coming out where it's like, oh, also she gets like she throws temper tantrums, and just immediately like every dike on my timeline was activated.
It's like, oh, she's mommy and she's baby.
Oh, she's mommy and she needs to take nappy wappy.
Yeah, that will destroy any dike, guaranteed.
You two as lesbians or something?
Ah! She is two lesbians in a giant dress.
Going on here?
Okay. Hello?
Yeah, I don't know if you talked about the Neko charms, but they're really good.
Yeah, they're so good.
Today.
Her brilliant mind.
Okay. Focus, Jack. Focus.
There's a really cute comic of her just like full face in the tummy.
Aw, that's cute. Good. Hey, good for her.
I do really like they did a critical hit on me also with the like doll character. That those were a bunch of weak points that they got me with.
Oh,
Also, like,
the fucked up ball
sequence in the
joint,
game.
bitch.
Yes, her funny puppet, but also like the character that is like controlling her.
Oh, okay. I don't remember what
Angie
she looked
Owens.
like because I only saw her briefly.
Yeah, well, she was like in a veil.
She tries to like, yeah, she wears a veil like she's not there.
Yeah.
Like she's like that's her whole thing.
Look at
as
this.
it were.
I love this. I'm so in love with this just like horrifying time puzzle. Oh, fuck! Where you just have to dodge through shit collapsing and falling onto you and like use stuff that's
shit.
falling. What?
No, sorry. Chad is just making me think about that. Declan pointed out that she's dressed like hidden mother photography, or a mourning veil. Yeah, there's like a that's
Hidden
so fucking
mother
sick.
photography?
Yeah,
Hold on, let me look
like
this
a
up.
kabuki stage. I have kombucha in my fridge. I'm thinking about it. Angie Owens. The thing is, like, I actually want to draw Resident Evil 8 fan art. Well, I already have. I want to draw more.
So Angie is this like black veiled woman who's behind her the whole time. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, so she's like the
wait,
real
you
person.
haven't played it, right?
I mean, I watched Lonnie do the Angie boss fight, but it was just the weird fucked up doll the whole time.
Oh yeah, you really only see
Who
her.
has meat inside of it?
You see her like after the
Yeah.
fight, really briefly, and it's like a reveal because she's just like tohoing entire dolls at you.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
'cause,
see.
like-
I see the hidden
'cause,
mother
like-
photography thing too. Yeah.
The whole Murgo's wet nurse was based on hidden mother photography. Huh.
So fucking sick. Damn, that's so cool.
Hell yeah. Yeah, anyways, like, yeah, the whole deal is like Angie like lives out or like the puppeteer of Angie lives out through the doll. It's like that cliche. So like,
Yeah.
In that boss fight where you're like chasing the doll around the manor, the thing is that her real power is like giving people hallucinations and controlling their mind and stuff like that. So like everything that happens to you in the mansion is a hallucination.
Does that include the fucked up thing that chases you?
Yes.
Okay.
That thing is it's absolutely her like brain powers. That's why like you see Mia at the beginning. There's a couple of like lore items that more or less tell you exactly this. But when you win that boss fight and you keep on stabbing the doll, when you win it, you've actually stabbed the real person. And she's like dead at the very like last moment.
Yeah, no, I saw that, but I didn't realize that was what was going on. I figured it was like, oh, you killed the doll, and so you killed the doll holder as well. But that makes sense. Is that basically you broke through the doll and attacked the actual person? Okay.
Right, exactly. So like, even though you're hallucinating, it's like he like kills her, and that causes that to stop.
Like she feels like such a good like PS2 era horror game character.
Yeah, it's that game was a fun time.
So yeah, I dropped a link to Patreon. I do actually. Somebody asked where they can exchange money to see Resident Evil 8 fan art. Literally, there is a place for that. I post my sketchbooks every month, and I have already drawn like it's dumb, but you know, fun, dumb sketchbook stuff, silly drawings. I don't know how to explain. I did just kind of get really stoned and just kind of draw Lady D's ass for a long time.
As one does.
Me while sitting. I do think Moreau is cute. I think he's like he evokes like oh, are we on mute right now?
No, you shouldn't be unless.
Are you telling? Okay.
Did I accidentally mute somehow? Okay.
Sorry, my computer isn't thing. No, I think Moreau is kind of cute in the same like it's an acupuncture needle in the same part of my brain as Rom the vacuous spider, where I just want to like you are like a sweet potato shape to me, and I want to reduce you to a sweet potato shape. Like just break you down to your sweet potato.
Yeah, he is just kind of a shape, which is pretty.
Which
pretty
character
good.
is this?
He's like the fish man. He's like
Oh
he's
yeah.
Sad, pathetic fish man who barfs.
Yeah, no, I remember him.
And he's just kind of adorable. They're just like fucking Disney villains. It's wild how like I think the gays are loving Resident Evil 8 because it is just like the campiest. It's even campier.
It is campy, yeah.
It's probably the campiest Resident Evil game, and Resident Evil 4 is very campy, but it's campy in a kind of a
Action movie way.
It's like
it's very like it's very trying to be a little macho, whereas Resident Evil 8, despite the fact that you're playing the world's most
wife guy,
an annoying wife guy who can barely even say like a full comeback that makes any kind of sense. I compared him to earlier today to a guy getting crank called by a Longmont Potion Castle, and he has that exact same cadence of like trying to make a comeback but being so mad that he like mixes up like 3 phrases together.
I do think I do think the way Ethan is so fucking funny to me. I think he's a really good foil. Because he's so like he's so not
there she is. Sorry, go on.
No, that's it.
Oh, okay.
It's just like he's just like he's got this like dorkiness that isn't even like not in the way a kind of like goody two shoes classic hero is, but just like in this universe he seems dorky.
Right.
And thanks, by the
He
way.
is just
And it makes it so funny.
I feel like goddamn babysitter. Kidding me?
Like
I
that
got
combined
you
with him
to watch
constantly losing like entire chunks of his body and just gluing them back on.
is so
And just
funny.
being really unfazed by the absolute horrific shit that he'd seen.
You missed the last one. You forgot. You didn't see that there was actually a lore reason for that.
Hold on. I did have to. I started laughing because Beth Wilder hit a button on her thing and then went, "My car, my music, deal with it." And there was no music playing because I have it on no DMCA me mode, please. So they didn't replace the
really
music
funny.
of anything. Just no music plays.
Fucking great. I don't even know what to tell you. That just kicks ass.
It's so
Yeah.
funny to just not replace it. To just
That's
mute
so
it. She's listening to John Cage.
What led you to the swimming hall?
Will said there was something important in his briefcase.
After this cutscene, I am
All
gonna
I
go
found was a key with
take a quick
Bradbury's
pee
swimming
break.
hall on the chain. Only we had
My music,
I
no
guess this is
music.
it.
My rules, no rules.
This building
They're
is
listening to
shiny,
iDozer
and it's
tracks.
the perfect place to
Hey,
go.
no
You
rule,
know
no
what?
music, no rules. So, yeah.
What iDozer track do you think they're listening to?
I think it's time you tell me what you know.
Probably. I feel like it would either be
your brother built
the
the one
weed
that
one
stopped
because
that
she
tree.
absolutely does
I
not
know where I
smoke
meant to find
weed,
it,
but she wants
but
to
I
know what
know
it's
doesn't want
like.
us to.
Yes.
In order to make herself more efficient at taking down stoners in combat.
Like the way your pants fit.
Oh
Oh,
yeah, that would be
Yeah.
nice.
I bet
Or
you
the one where you go to
Sounds like
hell.
that.
Try to
Because there
create
is an
a
iDozer
lot of
track that will
information.
send you to hell.
You've known about this for a few hours. I've been preparing for it for most of my life.
You weren't aware that
I
William
want
owned
to
the
just
place?
like
There's a lot I didn't know about.
I need somebody to drop the iDozer where you go to
We
hell
need
in a
to find your
DJ
brother's
set.
countermeasure.
Here, I'll drop it in the chat before we head out. Before I go to the bathroom. iDozer hell. Oh, sorry. It's called Gates of Hades.
Gates of Hades. Maybe we should go to heaven. Is there? Yeah. What other places can we go? Are there like? Is there like Florida?
I remember if the Gates of Hades iDozer one for a while was like, it was like the creepy YouTube reaction video one, like this one where you just watch people have panic attacks with towels on their faces.
Aw.
It was basically just music that people would listen to and give themselves a panic attack.
It's funny. I mean, like iDozers had their moment, but like isn't there just like a random like experimental musician who like has become that for TikTok, but they're just like, bro, this album's weird.
Yes, that was the Caretakers out like 6-hour album that was like a conceptual piece about like dementia where it's like broken off into pieces, and so each one is like a stage in dementia. It's the haunted ballroom shit where it's like, you know, like edited old ballroom music to sound like kind of creepy.
Oh wait, I know this album that you're talking about.
Yeah. But then
You
like
voluntarily listened to it.
but then like
I
they
did. It was recommended on Bandcamp for me.
I have also listened to that whole album. But they became obsessed with it because they somehow misunderstood the idea of like, this is a concept album about dementia, as this album will give you dementia.
That's good.
So you can like
to creepypasta there.
there are like TikToks where they're like, do not listen to this whole album if you have like history of mental illness in your family. It will give you dementia. It so perfectly stimulates what it's like to have Alzheimer's that you will develop Alzheimer's.
That's pretty much the whole that there's so much psychology happening in this one instance.
Yeah.
I'm so stressed by this.
I'm gonna be right back while I go to the bathroom.
Why did you guys start talking about that again?
We were talking about idosing and how like idosing had its moment, but like this feels like the new idosing, like the Zoomer idosing.
Okay.
Dude, I want a day out from school. I need to give myself dementia.
What is idosing?
Exactly.
I don't know what idosing is.
Oh my god. So idosing is.
Oh, it's that thing. Okay. I do remember it.
It was like early YouTube kind of, or like early mid YouTube where like.
Yeah, where they thought like this shit from Maine was real.
Yeah, pretty much. An I high.
I high. Oh, idosing. Oh, like when you're like an Apple product. Okay, I get you.
Yeah.
Okay. That does sound bad.
Thank you so much for looking so much at my Patreon. We'll have to do some. I will have to draw some Donna's and Angie's. I'm really obsessed. I actually don't know if we are necessarily on mic right now.
I think we're on mic.
I love her face. She pleases me.
They're talking about idosing, so they probably understand what I'm talking about.
Yes, they hear us. Okay, well, I love the doll. I want to draw her a million times. She's so funny. Like, I'm regular obsessed with Angie, but the doll tickles my hindbrain. Oh, I already drew Lady D, and I should do more.
Have I seen your drawings? Are they on your Patreon?
The only one I've posted yet, because they'll be for my May post, which will happen in like 4 or 5 days. But I only posted the one on Twitter of what the daughter getting the scritchy from Big Funny Hand.
Oh, I did love that. I loved it quite a lot.
Yeah, it pleased me to draw quite a bit.
It looked so like, it was so pleasing. Her big bloody smile is like, makes my brain happy. It makes me, when I look at it, I want to make that face.
Yeah.
That she is being scratched.
Yes, it's good. I bet it would feel really good if you were made of bugs.
Yeah, I think it would.
I want to receive that, but I also want like, you know how they make like it's like a thing that you like grip between your teeth and it creates like a giant like fake cat tongue that you can pet your cat as if you were a mama cat grooming
Wait.
it.
What?
Um, exactly what I said.
Okay.
There's like
I'm gonna assume that I heard it right, because that seems impossible, but I believe you.
it's marketed to people that own cats.
Okay, yeah. People who own cats would do almost anything.
Yeah, they would. It basically looks like it looks like you were holding like a foam cleat in your mouth. And it's just kind of large soft spikes, so you can hold it between your teeth and like
Okay.
rake that across your hat, or your cat, your hat as well. I'm stoned as fuck. Having an actual stroke, losing blood flow. Yes, this is the wow. It's really funny looking.
Let me see. Okay, it's called the name of it is. This is the best picture I've seen in my fucking life.
Okay, so imagine this, but like that type of prosthetic, but to give you the Lady Dimitrescu claw, so you can
scratch your daughter.
Anyone.
You can just
want, like,
scratch
really
your
long
daughters.
finger tubes to distant.
Purposes.
Yes. I'm flexing my. I wish it was so. I'm flexing my hands, imagining what if they were so long, the fingers.
What if they were so long, the fingers?
Yeah.
Such a good.
I could harass people and animals from so far away.
What if they the fingers?
What if they the fingers? I ask of you.
You could harass. It is so looking. It looks like it's a something awful Photoshop. I do have to say, but I love it. I love it as a concept.
Yeah, I mean, like, once you see it, it's a concept you can't stop thinking about.
Yeah, no, it would curse my brain forever, and it probably will from this point on. It's just so, like, I guess I imagined it in my head first, and I thought it would be smaller. And the fact that it's really big like that makes a huge amount of sense. It couldn't be smaller realistically. It's also very, very funny.
Yes, the scale is really funny. It's to really, really create the size. I like keep remembering, like, when I'm hanging out with the cats, that I'm a giant.
Hello.
Hey, Jay.
I also hate remembering.
We're talking about
normal stuff.
Yeah.
And fast. Things will get worse as the fracture progresses. And Monarch will be turning Riverport over looking for you.
So we're here at the swimming pool to look for our
There's no way in
brother's bullshit that he caused. Some of our brother's bullshit. Oh.
Brothers. Freaking
Okay,
bullshit.
so looking at this image of the fake cat tongue, I'm not letting it down. I'm not letting it go. But I did just get like a scalp massager for the shower, for like shampoo, and it's basically the same thing.
Okay.
Jay, have you seen this product? Because
I'll keep a lookout for
I think that you also need to. to witness it.
What product?
You okay?
This
I just checked the news reports, and Monarch is
this
being
cat
heralded as a
prosthetic
hero.
cat tongue
No.
that you
I'm not
hold
okay.
in your mouth to
'Cause if I
lick
had just
your
refused
cat
to make
as
that
if you were a
confession,
mother cat
Then you'd
licking
be dead.
it.
Somebody
I'm
else.
dropping the link again.
Doesn't make it easier.
Well, guess I'm clicking the link.
Ken and Husbando, that's a really heartbreaking image, but it's really heroic of you.
Yeah.
If my hands
I
were
feel
fucked
like
up and I couldn't
that-
my pet felt cane, I would probably buy a product like that.
Yeah.
That
Well,
actually
you know,
would be a
Matt
real.
brought up a good point, which is that like there's a lot of products that seem incredibly funny, but are actually just like accessibility things.
Oh yeah, that's totally true.
I could see this having been developed for that, and then it's the thing where it's like, all right, now we'll just try to see if we can sell it to other people.
Yeah. The thing is, though, it is from Portland.
Oh yeah, that's just probably
Oh,
something
yeah.
Portlander came up with. Never mind.
Then it is a sex thing, but it doesn't have to be. Well,
Let's see if it's 100% silicone. Can you boil it? Oh, there's a licky music video. Do you want to see the?
less than anything.
Hold on. Where is this? Where is this
Man,
music video?
okay. I am looking at PDX Pet Design's website, and these all do look like sex toys for cats. So I guess they're sex toys for humans.
Hold on, I'm listening to a little bit of this music video. Oh, it's synth pop. Not listening anymore. heard 2 chords. No more. No, thank you.
Enough. Oh, just a taste.
2 chords is enough for me.
Oh no, thanks. I'm full.
Any ideas how to get?
Let's just standing as
I
close.
could possibly have a 3rd chord.
There's gotta be an opening somewhere.
Well, that first and
So let's
second
see.
chord did me in.
I mean, in defense of that woman, that is how I look when I'm petting a cat.
I could swear this
I
is the
saw
same cabin as
the
Campus
beautiful
University.
Romeo for the first time, and I
It's a
wasn't
taxi. They all look the
seeing
same, don't
him, and I screamed. I like fully, involuntarily gasped, like I had seen a ghost,
I didn't realize.
because he was so small. Yeah, you missed it.
Yeah, he is a little.
Others, there were other witnesses to me meeting Romeo.
I'm
Baby
sorry,
reacts to
Richard.
seeing Romeo for the first time. Very small.
So small. The man.
He is a chicken wing. Nissan and I believe an iPhone. What? iPhone ad of some sort? Some sort of ad. So there's a thing right here where he looks at this and then he comments that he swears this is the taxi cab that took him to the campus. So I've looked it up. If we did make the moral choice that would have led to Amy being killed by Monarch, the person who gets us here is the taxi driver from the beginning of the game. And he's the person who hangs out with us. So this being here is kind of one of the things that suggests that, like, oh, maybe we've been doing this loop like multiple, like dozens of times trying to like get it right.
Oh, that's cool. Is that gonna be a thing? That it's that he's looping it like Higurashi no Naku Koroni, available now on Steam.
I really need to play that game, and yes, I believe it does in fact come. Fuck. It does in fact come up that like you are basically looping through time over and over. There are definitely things that happen where it's like it is like kind of revealed that like you have been doing this like multiple times, and like there is never a point at which you get it, at which things become right.
You absolutely should read it. I mean, I'm sure people have cautioned you that it's slow to start, but it is very good and very rewarding. I've actually been I'm looking to read a book on Japanese post-war politics, because a thing about Higurashi is that around chapter 7 or so,
plate of the cab parked over there?
the
It belongs to somebody
power
named
struggles
Monsters.
of right-wing Japanese politics
Nick
in real
Monsters?
life become an extremely
That's the
important
name of
plot
one of the
point for the
witnesses
whole
we picked up
thing.
from the university.
Yeah,
So
I recognized
I've
his
been
picture. I saw him there.
I started
How
reading
did
up
his
on it,
cab
and
get
it's very interesting.
Monarch took
There
it.
was one of the things I learned was that there was
Monitoring Monarch activities this whole
this
time.
guy who's like kind of the founder
Honestly,
actually
don't
of
know.
like contemporary Yakuza, and a lot of Yakuza stuff comes out of this one guy.
Yes,
He was also a right-wing nationalist who teamed up with the Prime Minister of Japan
Friends of mine.
to
What happened to them?
try and suppress student protests
should be released right now.
of
Monarch convinced me of the
Hey.
same thing they
a
convinced
particular
everybody else.
deal
That what
that
Monarch did
was,
at the
I think it was
university
like,
necessary to protect
it was like the contract about like U.S. military presence on Japanese bases and all of these terms that were super unfavorable, and Japanese leftists were like against it. But anyways, it was like, oh, the Yakuza were actually like heavily suppressing like worker movements and student protest movements,
damn.
which was a thing that I was like, probably shouldn't have thought that the Yakuza were good guys at any point, but it was not. That was not a detail that I knew about.
Yeah, no, I had no idea about that.
But yeah, they were this one particular guy, at least, who was a kind of guy, was very right wing and aligned with right wing politicians. And this one guy there was this
Maybe Serene thought you looked like
kind of like
somebody
C-list actor who ended up being like a pornographic actor who was like
Maybe you just
involved in right-wing movements, was like a big admirer of Mishima. So Mishima always will come up in these sorts of discussions because he's in those circles.
Hey,
Anyways, he there was a big scandal where Lockheed Martin bribed not just Japanese politicians, but I think politicians all over the world trying to get this deal for their new like fighter jet or something. It got exposed, and it was a big scandal for lots and lots of different countries. And a lot of politicians went down here with it, including this one Yakuza guy. He was exposed as coordinating these bribes. So this right-wing pornographic actor like found out about this and got really disillusioned and tried to kill him by flying a plane into his house.
Holy shit!
That rules.
And he unfortunately did not succeed.
What, did he miss? Did he miss the
He
house?
did not miss. No, in fact, he was complimented by some like military guy who was like, "Wow, he did a really good job of doing everything possible to kill him," but unfortunately, he did not.
Oh.
Anyways, he died of a natural causes not long after.
He didn't die of crashing the plane into the house?
Yeah, he didn't even get injured by it.
Are you fucking serious?
Yeah. He was
What
in,
the-
like, a different wing. He was in a different wing because he was, like, sick because he was...
This Mr. Magoo-ass motherfucker.
Yeah, he hit the house really well. He did everything he could. Anyways... yeah. I've been doing a lot of research that has nothing to do with that, but, I was looking for, in the course of my research, I ended up there.
Yeah.
So,
These stutters aren't going away.
As one does.
anyways, I hope you all enjoyed that little random segue.
No, I did. Fuck! We in the game, Amy was stressing out about like her other friends that she hasn't heard from yet who were picked up. The taxi cab belonged to a guy who was also one of the people who was picked up. So basically, he would have been the person that we saved instead of her because she'd be dead in the alternate timeline.
Would this whole area not be like as covered in is overgrown? Would it like look different?
I haven't I haven't done another loop with that choice, so I don't know if there's like differences in level design. I'm assuming it's fairly cosmetic things, because those end up being things that are kind of more important for like the story, because it ends up kind of being like not to like give away like spoilers and plot, but like to give away spoilers and theme. This idea of like, oh, you can't change anything about this. Like every time you do it, because you've already done the time loop once, it's already going to happen that way. And so the fact that like you can do different things like that, and those choices would affect the outcomes, suggests that like, oh, actually like there are weird variations, unless there are like implications that like perhaps people who die don't have to die, perhaps people who you can't stop, you can actually stop, etc., etc. But I'm pretty sure, yeah, like Canon Esmendo says the levels are the same, and I'm pretty sure that that's true. I'm assuming for all of the money and stuff that Microsoft gave them, they probably did not give them make massively different campaigns for a game money.
Yeah.
And also that they probably would have not wanted them to do that, knowing Microsoft.
What the hell were you doing here, brother?
Yeah.
Time
I could see them like doing aesthetic differences, like just like changing the tile set, but even that would be quite a lot of work. Honestly, considering how detailed this is.
I also feel like games like this, Time Rat confirmed. I also feel like if games like this, there's like this thing where it's like they don't want people to feel like they have to replay a game to get all of the to like get the whole story, as it were.
Right.
Like I feel like that's a big no-no. But the idea is that like, no, you want them to replay it to get extra content and stuff, but you don't want them to replay it to get like more story.
Well, you don't want to force them to replay it.
Yeah.
It's funny though that like some people have figured kind of out how to do this better than others. One thing that's very funny about Higurashi in particular, as a time loop story, is that it's also a completely linear one where there are no choices whatsoever.
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
In fact, there's even a clever little bit, I think later on, it's one of the later chapters, but there's a little thing where they're like, oh, I'm gonna like actually use the choice features that are built into here to show you why choices don't matter. And it's a pretty interesting like.
No wonder you were
it's one of those kind of like things that an indie game from the early 2010s would do, about being like, hey, maybe choice actually doesn't matter as much as you think it does. But it's funny to see that positioned here, because it's an argument being made by kind of like both in the structure of the game, but it's also kind of like a meta argument by the author for like why he structured the game the way that he did.
Yeah. By the way, we did just discover that our brother had weed.
I'll find you.
weed confirmed.
Oh my god!
Discovered that he was.
Shit.
It looks like really bad weed.
Our brother was growing straight skunk. This motherfucker smoking stems.
It's like, I've got really bad news for you. Your brother was growing the shittiest weed I've ever seen.
Your brother was growing Reggie.
Time weed. Okay, so Ren Kai is actually pretty recent, and it's Western developed. What Higurashi uses, or what it originally used, I believe the Steam release is like a port to Unity somehow, because it's easier in this day and age. But
there we go.
It's called Pawn Scripter, which is, yeah, I'm pretty sure Renpai is Western. It's maintained mostly by Western developers. But it's called OnScripter or PawnScripter. There's a couple of different ones, versions of it, and it's just like a text engine, and it's made for like, again, Japanese have used like adventure game and visual novels and to mean like a couple of very different things, and the Higurashi style, where it's like text over the image rather than text at the bottom with like sprites on either side.
Yeah,
I think that's
hold on.
maybe it's ADV or something like that. Anyways, that's what PawnsCryptor does, and Tsukihime and Higurashi were made in it. Just some visual novel facts for you all.
I do like that it is like a visual novel and not like
All
a.
right, let's take a look around.
I guess the argument of whether or
Get
not
here.
what games are yada yada yada.
Nice work.
Sound novel was a term coined by someone. A lot of these are just like kind of like random marketing terms that like one particular developer.
What's a sound novel? Isn't that just an audiobook?
This note.
No, I mean like again,
Me.
these are often like using English words to sound cool, which is why the titles are in English, but they also aren't like used in America to describe things correctly because they're just kind of marketing terms. But yeah, I think sound novel just was a particular person's term for like a visual novel that didn't have any choices or anything. Yeah, it was a bit good to say that the music was good. I forget what that's from.
This can't all be for nothing. You know where to find me. Please, hurry.
Higurashi or
2000.
Umineko has like some of the best sound design ever because Higurashi's sound design and royalty-free music was so bad, and the fan base was so dedicated that they were like, okay, Rio 7, bro, we love you so much. We're gonna make music for you so you don't have to use really shitty royalty-free music.
Let's keep looking.
That is so fucking sweet.
There are like a lot of fans. That's why Umineko has like all of these fucking trance club bangers.
I wish I had read Umineko when I had the ability, but
To read?
maybe someday.
Help me push this out of the way.
I can't speak.
Yeah,
I have to keep believing.
Yeah, believe in yourself. I believe in you.
Bro,
You can do it.
Bro, our brother just straight up left milk on the table, on the bench here.
Ew!
It just happened. Oh, I thought it looks like a fucking pit bull, but it was probably a cow instead.
Yeah, it's pit bull milk. So the tape on here is from 2010, and the game takes place in. Hold on, let me double check. 2016. So he left it. He recorded a tape in 2010 before Beth Wilder assumedly really knew about what was going on.
Jack, your brother addressed that video to me. I've never met him before in my life.
Here it is. She's explaining it.
Well, it sounded like he thought you had his countermeasure.
I wish. But he said it was stolen on July 4th, 2010. Somebody took it.
How do either of you feel about murder mysteries?
In this place.
I like them.
You like them?
Like
I liked
books?
Yeah, I like books.
I tend to prefer murder mystery film.
I mean, as the genre itself.
Yeah.
Because that's typically how I pitch Umineko, if you like murder mysteries, because it's kind of like a meta murder mystery where they're arguing about whether the genre of the game is fantasy or mystery. Yeah, that's the whole premise of Umineko is that it kind of like starts off as a straight murder mystery, and then it becomes a like you witness like the murder mystery in this kind of like looping, a similar like looping manner, while these characters are having this kind of like this meta level debate about whether what happened is possible, and thus it's got to be a murder mystery, or whether it's impossible and thus it has to be fantasy. Which, as somebody who read like Agatha Christie, my parents were super into mysteries, so I watched a lot of like, you know, BBC series or whatever growing up, and read some.
You're such a haunted child.
I was born. I was literally. You can easily call me a haunted Victorian child because I'm literally raised by two Victorianists.
It's one of the funniest facts. So good to me.
Is that?
Yeah, I think so.
So our brother made another time machine. What the? 2 time machines?
If we can get this thing working, then we don't need that countermeasure.
What the?
We can change everything. What if we stop the fracture from ever happening in the first place? We can go back to yesterday, undo everything in the past before it happens. Nobody dies. Paul doesn't go through the machine. Monarch never exists. I mean, the fracture never occurs.
Jack, wait. Let's think this through. That's not how it.
I can go into
ooh,
the
a beach
machine
ball.
like Paul did at the university. I help them set it
Got a
up.
beach ball around it.
Then we activate the core, put the corridor in place, and set the date. I can do it, Beth.
I'm not so sure we can do this without the countermeasure. But you're right. We'll need the machine.
Right. Let's start with the core.
Explanation? Anybody?
I saw some kind of visions of this machine in his workshop. He must have hid it here.
Feel free to fill me in. Anytime now.
Time is a time machine, and we're gonna use another time machine to go back in time and stop the first time machine. Pretty straightforward, I think.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
So here's Will sending a bunch of desperate, our brother sending a bunch of desperate emails to Beth, freaking out about stuff, trying to get in contact with her from July 5th, 2010 to, let's see, the last one is 2016, so like right before the fracture happens. So the implication is that he definitely had some sort of contact with her before, but she doesn't remember ever meeting him. At least at this point in time.
In time. Holy shit.
Find anything back there?
It's really funny because it's an obvious press photo of the lost guy. He uses a red carpet photo as his email avatar. Hold on, I need to go look at that again.
Oh my god, that's pretty funny.
Oh yeah, that's absolutely a press photo. That's absolutely a press photo.
Check out this map. Looks like he labeled where everything is.
Shh, shut up, Amy.
These schematics are all in Will's writing.
I do have to say that, like, one thing that often
Built everything.
legitimately impresses me is that little attention to detail where, you know, they were thinking about, like, what would the character, like, not like what asset do we have for this, but what
would the
would this
character do?
character-
Yeah.
Yeah, what would the character do? Like,
The corridor. It's key activated. Will's key. It says the time machine core needs to be reset.
Great. What the hell's it look like?
A round thing in the middle. Think.
Here's a news article about our parents dying in a car accident. Hold on, hold on, Bill. Not Bill. Hold on, Beth. It is very funny that he has just been keeping a giant time machine in
There we go.
an abandoned pool and an abandoned gymnasium for like 7 years.
yeah, just keeping my time machine.
Well, actually, wait. I think he said he built it in 1999. So, 17 years it's been in here.
Do you have to maintain a time machine?
I mean, I guess in theory, no, right? Because you can just You just go back in time if it stops
Shit.
working.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that.
See, that's why
pretty easy.
you're not the time scientist.
Yeah, that's why I'm not a time scientist. It's the only reason why I'm not a time scientist.
I love his notes for like a presentation on the time machine, where he's like, open with a zinger, showing your cat joke. No, find appropriate cat photo. No, no cat photo. No science explained here. Marketing bullshit. Time machine equals works. Implication equals limitless.
The
Oh my
implication equals.
Chronon particles. No, nobody will give a shit about this or understand. Skip it. Add joke. You don't want to eat this donut or your body will suffer terminal chronon saturation leading to your slow but inevitable death. Note. Cut joke. Disturbing. I love just that like his brother just like does not understand humans.
My God.
Note, explain the core first. Note, fuck it, just compare the core to a car engine. Note, look up info on car engines. And then here's the closed loop thing. In theory, all action results from time travel equals already accounted for. Should not be able to change the past. Any attempt to change things was always part of the chain of events in the first place. Already happened. Timing is an egg. You can move the egg, but no matter where you move it, the same chicken will hatch. Terrible example. Plus, you could just eat the fucking egg. And then it's just him trying to figure out how to use eggs as a metaphor for time.
Wait, this is so funny.
And that's like a running bit in the game, is that when he's first like trying to explain it, he's like, okay, imagine time is an egg. And you're just like, why an egg? And he's like, do you want me to explain it or not?
He's like, fucking, it's an egg.
So it's like an egg. I'm not saying it is an egg. Why are eggs?
I can't
Oh
activate
my
the core,
God.
that's what he said.
All right, well, let's go reset that core, I guess. Looks like
Terrible example.
terrible
Just eat it.
example. You could just eat the egg. Oh, hey, Beth.
You said Will built a countermeasure. What makes you so sure this isn't it? The time machine.
He said the countermeasure was stolen. The machine is still here.
What if you had time? What if you had time, but then Smash Mouth showed up and ate the egg?
Hey,
Remember Smash Mouth
Looks
eat
like
the
I can
egg?
reset the
Smash
core
Mouth
from
eat
here.
the egg.
Are you sure you know what you're doing there?
No.
no clue.
How does anybody remember Smash Mouth eat
I
the
did
egg?
help Paul set up the machine at the
Wait,
university.
wasn't that a
Then
thing
caused
that
a
like
I do. I remember.
did
Will need activation for all.
those like something awful people make that happen?
did
'Cause I
those
remember-
did those something awful people make that happen? Unfortunately, yes, it was the something awful people.
That's what we said at first.
It was
I-
Fart and Dog Boner.
Yeah.
Made Smash Mouth eat the
Could
egg.
actually be the key to
I
finding
don't
the
remember
countermeasure.
how or why.
We'll see.
Either, but I do remember I saw recently a Twitter thread or something like
We need
that
to activate it from the control booth.
about them getting Pitbull to come to some Walmart.
Oh yeah, that was
Oh.
like a big thing where they like, I forget what the promotion was, but it's something like vote to have Pitbull come and visit your whatever, like Walmart, and they managed to like spam it to be like, oh, let's send Pitbull to like this Walmart that's like all the fucking way
Yeah.
on like the far end of Alaska, and then they got invited
Yeah.
and they had to go to the Walmart with Pitbull
Yeah.
as punishment.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
You do this, you're gonna have to.
You're gonna have to carry that
go to
Pitbull.
Walmart. You're gonna have to carry that Pitbull a long time. Jay, what the fuck could you possibly be talking about?
What? Dude, the fuck? How could you not? Baru cannot play dumb. Baru knows what Smash Mouth Eat the Egg is. I'm calling her bluff.
Yeah, I cannot. I refuse to believe that. You were there,
Gotta
bitch.
activate the core.
I remember.
Baru made Smash Mouth Eat the
I
Egg.
saw.
He'd successfully built the time machine.
I saw
saw
you
you.
from across the restaurant.
But the results scared him. He never told a soul.
Here goes nothing.
That's fair. That's fair. You know what? I'll look the other way if it's a bit
I won't.
to appear to. I'll protect a girl's heart by pretending pretending that I don't know the truth.
I wasn't sure what way it wanted me to move the thing, so I was just kind of wiggling it around for a second.
What was that?
It's fine.
All right, so we've created a miniature black hole. Amy, don't get too close.
It actually worked. Okay, we activate the corridor next.
Okay, there's no way that thing should be exposed like that.
That's fine. We're opening it up.
I can't insert the date yet.
Ooh, ooh. I like how when you're doing stuff like this, the characters will just stand around until they're scripted to go to another part. It's really eerie. Oh, fuck! Just fucking knocked that chair back.
Thank God.
Is that supposed to do that?
Yeah, it's like a roller coaster.
Will's key did that?
Yeah.
Key to a time machine, and he left it in the trunk of his goddamn car.
I mean, to be fair, I feel like that's like a key that wouldn't be
That's my brother
very,
in a nutshell.
very difficult to like fake if you needed to. It's just a little toggle on a thing.
That didn't sound good.
Does he have motivation beyond just saving his brother? No.
Let's just hope it still works.
All right. Okay. Oh, that didn't sound good. Let's hope it works.
The time effects and time bullshit do look very good. Damn it. Well, I will say I can see. In fact, they're using a lot of effects that I see used in Control, like for Polaris.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Anything you do is gonna make
The
it
kind
worse.
of
You
like
right.
Stop.
that kind of like distortion effect that time bullshit has.
But this is
Um,
bigger than us. We can't fix the machine.
It really is cool seeing how
might
like
know
they
somebody.
definitely like reuse some of their ideas for like
The Monarch's
Mhm.
next.
visual design
Sorry,
and
video
stuff
near ground
for Control.
Serene's had a current
Yeah.
research.
Yeah,
She'll be
absolutely.
at the Monarch Gala tonight, but security's airtight. She'll be nearly impossible.
All right, so we have to go kidnap a scientist so she can fix our time machine.
Paul told me he expected me to meet him at that party.
Something tells me that was not a friendly invitation.
Well, now it's time for us. So now it's going to be time for us to do another
No.
another
He
cover
looks
shooting
like-
segment.
Kind of like a dork. Not to be rude.
Ah, darn it. End of act 2.
Shit.
So this is,
Eyelashes.
so this actually works out perfectly because I was thinking of maybe trying to wrap up around 10,
Yes.
and that means we get to watch another episode, which is about 20 minutes. So then it'll be about 10 by the time it finishes.
All right,
that sounds great.
perfect.
So are you guys ready
Gotta watch
to?
our
Are you guys
stories.
ready to watch some Quantum Break?
Yeah, well, let's watch. Let's see
As
that
ready
quantum
as
get
the
broken.
BK.
Let's on the new episode of Quantum Break.
I have to be honest. I'm just drawing a big fat ass
That's fine.
right now.
Attached
You
or is
gotta
it just kind
show
of?
that ass.
So clear.
You're gonna
I was
carry
reliving
that
the
ass.
past.
No,
You're gonna
show
carry that
The
ass.
moment I had left.
Oh wait, maybe there isn't a
All I had to
20-minute
go on since
episode
then
here. Maybe
are
it's
the
after this
plan
act.
and the visions. I knew Jack would come to me. I'd seen that, but I didn't know why exactly.
or how it would end.
Yeah, I think the next episode is actually after this act, because this act
Visions of
is the
future
party
aren't always
sequence.
clear, but they don't lie.
Speaking of lies,
Or maybe it's after
Joyce
this.
is
Who
saying he's
knows? We'll
discovered
find
his
out.
brother's time machine.
We've spent 17 years looking for it, and he finds it in less than a day.
Does sound unlikely.
Still, we know it's out there somewhere. And we don't know what his brother managed to tell him.
If he really has located the machine, why would he come here and tell you? Smart Money says he's trying to play you.
Maybe.
Is
but
he
the
modeled
machine
after the
is
guy
out
from
there.
Fringe? That is the guy from
It's in
Fringe.
our interest to find out where. If Jack knows, I have to talk to him.
Like that's literally Lance Reddick voicing and playing this character. And
Joyce could have provided the
and
answer to that question.
he plays her, or he plays the character in the FMV scenes as well.
Is that angry young man going to cooperate any more than his brother did? You remember Jack as a close friend, but that clouds your
Friend.
judgment. Don't make this personal.
It's not.
But don't forget why we're here tonight. After what happened, our people need reassurance that we're in control. You're the man who could win them over. Let me handle Joyce, so you can concentrate on your speech.
I know what's at stake here, Martin.
I like about Martin is that Martin is also the like cliche character of like, something else is going on, and within this game, because I assumed that they had probably wanted to continue the series at some point, but within this game, it's kind of suggested that like Martin might be not who he says he is.
Amaral had taken over our Chronon research department.
But it's not like revealed in this game who he is.
She was the only one who could treat the Chronon syndrome.
All right, let's go talk to Lance Reddick.
Mr. Joyce is waiting for us down below.
Guardian, please, there's a spider in my room. I am scared of spiders. Guardian, please. Oh, hey, look, there's us. Hi. What's up? Aiden Gillen has such a good shifty face. Are these cups? What is this, a puzzle?
What are these doing here? We should be set up by now.
It's all on
Hi.
schedule. You're
Hi, Lamb Hoof.
micromanaging again.
Hi, Fungus Potion. I mean,
We should go.
okay.
Hello to all gamers.
Oh, did you say hello to all gamers or hello tall gamers?
Hello to all gamers. Sorry, I have a relaxed wizard's posture again.
Oh.
Hello
I have to contain myself.
I do like hello talking.
Hello, tall gamers.
And here you are.
And good night to
Hello,
short
tall
gamers.
gamers.
To see the lifestyles of the sick and traitorous up close and personal. And it was such a nice invitation.
How do you want to deal with this, Paul?
You know, Paul, Martin, this area looks kind of weirdly set up like it's going to be a shooting sequence. All right, so
I could still try to reach Jack and make him see
So
reason.
we have another moral
Or
choice,
I
chat.
could let Hatch deal with him so nothing would distract me from leading Monarch.
So hold on, I'm gonna do this as a quick 2-minute poll.
Oh yeah.
I've been trying to hold back from saying that my type is tall gamers,
Yes.
but I don't think I can.
It's alright. You can let it out. Be free.
And put it back in the box.
Try to change things.
Answer me this question, Bo.
I once trusted Jack more than anybody. It was my only chance to make him understand the truth.
The fuck do you mean nobody got a look at the shooter?
But without me there to give the speech, my empire would start to crumble like a house of cards.
So we can try to talk to Jack, the main character, to get him to understand why we're doing the choices we do, but it could weaken our empire. Or
I believe that with hope comes miscalculation, and as your dialogue learns, into its miscalculation can often come catastrophe.
can have Martin take care of it.
With you, Mr. Joyce.
But my old friend would be a lost cause. Dead and buried.
So we
along
might
with the
just
rest of
basically
my
have Jack
past.
killed.
Tonight is a celebration in face of darkness. Tonight we celebrate because I promise to you that we are prepared.
Monarch would grow stronger with my presence. The plan would go forward as intended.
So that's only, you know, what we can see. So I'm going to do it as a quick personal or business. A literal business or pleasure poll. You guys got a minute. Minute to win it. Lambhoof. There was a time machine and it caused the end of time, and a guy went backwards in time and founded a company that helped fund making the time machine, and then dropped a giant rock on our brother, and we're trying to get revenge on him.
They're dropping the rock.
Yeah, for dropping the rock.
The Deerhoof is in the chat.
The Deerhoof?
The Deerhoof.
Of the band Deerhoof?
I was making a joke.
Oh.
I was making a joke.
Oh. There was also a very infamous Tumblr poster named Deerhoof. That's why I was confused for a second.
Oh yeah, there was. That's true.
It did make me think about.
Yeah. Fungus Potion knows who I'm talking about. The famous scammer.
I don't know if I like moved on from Tumblr before that happened or not, or if I was just not on that geographical place of it.
I also was not in that like sphere. Like I was aware of, I was like adjacent to them, but I never heard about the scamming until like years later. So like,
yeah,
I think I was around when it happened. I think it's just drama that just completely blew past me. Like it just wasn't.
Yeah.
It just wasn't something I was plugged into. Anyway, we're gonna get the Lance Rydick interrogation.
Yeah.
We talk to him, find out what he knows, then get rid of him.
Tumblr was
I know you
a
want to
time.
make this all about you and me,
Tumblr
Jack.
drama. I'm
But
realizing the
far
way
away
it
in
feels
the past
different from
now.
Twitter drama is that
And I have
Tumblr
excuse to be
drama
prepared for.
kind of felt like you were feeling a tree branch fall in a forest a hemisphere away from you.
Yeah.
I've seen where this leads.
When Tumblr drama would spill onto your dashboard, you could actually like ignore it.
Yeah. it would
Whereas
be
when
like-
Twitter drama spills onto your dashboard, onto your timeline, that's fucking all there is.
Yeah, it's infected everything.
Yeah, that's really true.
Tumblr drama would like the butterfly effect its way towards you until it was basically just like a leaf gently falling in your path.
Oh wait, here's the TV show. So we'll watch this TV show and then we'll and then we can.
Yeah.
It's called a life.
I love watching TV.
And it can save us, at least some of us.
You've been the face of Monarch for
There's
all
Lance
these years,
Reddick.
Mark. Let's get clear on something. This is still my ship.
You're not thinking clearly. You need your treatment.
It's so funny seeing these like actors in like in like the lowest budget dressed as video game characters.
Yeah, it's really unfortunate that the models were definitely like the way that these actors have to look like Sims.
Yeah.
On camera because of an art team.
I think more games should do this. I think more games should make characters look like, should design the character first and then force all of the actors to look like cosplays of their own character.
Yeah, like don't try to adapt it at all. Like this might as well be the Lego movie.
It's so cool that we just get to watch a TV show at the end of end of each stream.
Yeah, that's actually a great way of breaking things up.
Yeah.
It's kind of perfect.
Oh, oops, I'm jingling my keys. Sorry. Oh fuck, he's
Well,
Bane posting.
Oh shit. He's got a big case of. Oh, does he have chronoitis?
Yeah, he's got
Got
time
time
disease.
lung.
He's got the time runs.
time long.
Oh, that's good time.
They're losing their effectiveness.
Fine.
No, I need to work on something new.
You should enjoy yourself tonight.
I don't have a
You
dog
work too
collar.
much as it
I have a human collar.
I've been running tests.
He's got the
on
time
temporal
bends.
anomalies. They're increasing in
That's
frequency and duration.
They'll dissipate. I've told you that.
Extremely funny that you can see that the sweat ring around his neck ends where the makeup team stopped applying it. Like it just suddenly stops.
Oh my god.
Sophia.
Oh my god, I am
You should
obsessed
worry
with
so
this
much.
thing that happened on Saturday, which is we were going into a grocery store and a guy was walking in front of us wearing like a camel colored jacket with some kind of inexplicable, very large unbroken stain that could have been like liquid or grease.
Oh
And
my god.
Oh.
I just yelled, "Damn, that guy peed his jacket!"
That's really good.
You haven't touched your drink.
Like out, like pretty loud.
Look at this television
Get it
show.
loud.
Rough day?
It's
Yeah. Same here.
Like what?
the funniest thing is like somebody heard Fern say that. What the
We had,
fuck would they
had to
do?
with some
They
internal
turn
affairs.
around and they see Fern and they'd be like, "Oh god,
I did
I
pee
was
my
already-
jacket.
I did pee my jacket." Going to take on Fern.
Yeah, no, you can. Hell yes. I
Forrest
really love-
posted the most Olympia story of somebody waving at you and asking if you're Stevie.
Who was it?
Hmm?
Who was it?
Who's the... Who was it?
Yeah.
Burn Notice ass TV show. Yeah, the like
We need to discuss
Well,
the
you just said.
TT tier hair and makeup.
Monarch drama.
Wait,
Alright,
asked
I
if
guess
I'm
I'm just
Stevie.
gonna have to leave you hanging on that one.
Fuck
For real.
wild.
I just thought maybe you'd wanna.
If somebody walked in and was like, "Oh, what are you watching?" and you said, "Oh, I'm actually playing this game Quantum Break," they wouldn't believe you. They would be like, "No, you're not. You're watching some fucking shit that's on Netflix now."
Yeah, it does. Like, I mean,
Which is like a compliment. Like it's a compliment that they nailed the aesthetic of what they're riffing on.
it's like the way that it looks so much like Netflix, because it's like it's both low budget and the lighting looks really good, so that you don't think it's low budget. I think that's the key to what's happening here.
Yeah. No, they really did. They like learned how to color correct their footage to make it look like. Because I mean, if you watch some CW shows, they're also very clearly like super low budget and just use good film editing and like or color editing and like effect to kind of clean it up to make it look like it's not low budget.
Mm-hmm.
And then sometimes they don't, like that one weird Supergirl show that looked like a porn parody of a television show.
Oh my god. Jesus.
The music dumping to the bathroom wall is such a staple. They really know like all of the tropes to hit. Like they nail the tropes.
I need your help. He listens to you. Paul,
Is that so?
I think we're in trouble, and he doesn't see it.
He's drinking
refuses to.
he's drinking just cranberry juice.
I can't imagine why.
I
I know you and I haven't always seen eye
He
to eye,
just like
but I
poured
care
himself
about you
like
more.
like a finger of cranberry juice
And
as
we
if
are
it was
reaching zero
alcohol.
stage, something has to
But
be
it's
done.
like clearly just cranberry juice.
You know what we could do.
Truth is, Sophia, it's not really a matter of whether or not Paul would listen to me.
He has a
It's that I
UTI.
won't listen to you. I find your approach to matters rather counterproductive.
Are
Filling
rich people
Paul's
allowed
head
to
with
drink?
constant
Oh,
alcohol,
absolutely.
distracting him
Yeah.
from doomsday scenarios. I mean, if I'm being honest.
Rich people do acid at
I know
work.
that he gave you a lot of
Jesus, they
Rich
do.
rich people do acid
Yeah,
in
that's
order
true,
to
they
do
actually
work
do.
faster. Like that's what rich people do.
What is it that you're so threatened by, Martin?
Those juice shots.
What?
Do
I mean, you can get some really strong cranberry juice in this world.
Fungus potion. That sounds sick. And a jacket.
Yeah.
What's going on?
It's nothing. We were just having a little chat.
Nothing more suspicious than saying that you were
should
having a
be
little chat.
Nothing.
Juliet, Doctor.
If somebody told me they were having a little chat, I would immediately be like, "You're doing some shit." Nobody has little chats.
Yeah, it's inherently, almost insanely suspicious.
Hey, you're Crocker, right?
I am impressed at the amount of,
Hey, Crocker.
cause like this shit is not cheap if they were doing all this stuff on top of making a fucking video game.
Yeah, for real. I'm pretty impressed, honestly. This Microsoft money is not fucking around. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, I know. Can't like yeah, exactly. It's like the sets. Like there's definitely some clever editing being used, but it's like, oh, you guys like made actual full ass sets for these.
My money is on that. It's a pretty good choice, but I'm gonna have to go with Ryan Gosling down there talking with George Clooney.
Neither of those men look like either of the men you just said.
Richard, where the hell have you been?
Didn't have my invitation.
That guy though looks like George Wells.
I'm not losing anything.
Drama.
Yeah. She's going for it.
Drama.
Bam.
Oh hey,
Told ya.
my copy of Detransition Baby came in.
You owe me a
Hell yeah.
drink.
I don't think
No,
I
rules
can.
are rules.
Rules are rules.
Rules are fucking rules. You owe me another sword.
Alright.
Okay.
I'm doing it.
It's I have like
Detransition
3 other books I
Baby.
need to read first.
Thanks for the encouragement.
I am so distracted by how much I hate her. This shade of magenta that they put her in.
She really looks bad in this scene. She looked cute in like the previous scene.
Just wish I wasn't
Like when
losing so
she
bad.
buys
did
him
her
the egg
dirty,
sandwich.
like- I just don't understand this. I just do not understand the shade of magenta on.
Alright, lady.
Maybe-
I'm not feeling it. She's wearing like she's wearing like this like little cute crop moto jacket. You think she's not gonna go for like a brick red lip?
Right? I was
Where
saying
is magenta coming from? Who did this to her?
I am
Did
thinking
you hire a guy who usually paints like lizard
If I have to come
men?
in there, you're gonna fucking
Big misfucking understanding. I'm gonna be out tomorrow. Oh, wouldn't a good word for you? I will help you climb this ladder.
I was gonna say maybe the problem is that like the makeup department
Please let me
wasn't talking to whoever was gonna be fixing the color in post.
Go to the back wall.
So it's like when you do a here's a little print job thing. It's like when you do a print job thing, and if you don't run it through the right color, like the right color specs, it'll make a normal man's face look like they're fucking wasted drunk, because it'll turn
Oh my
them bright
god.
red.
Yes.
Boom. Look at that. That
Yeah, that's actually a good point. It could be really bad color correcting.
it could have just been a fuck up in color correcting.
Which would be the job of a nerd
Yeah.
with no taste.
Maybe she just drank too much cranberry juice. Nobody here is drinking alcohol. They're all just getting fucked up on ocean spray. That fight was 100% edit, which is accurate to these shows, to be fair.
So you don't mind that we left, do you?
Here's where we get one of the things where a random thing that we can do earlier in the game affects this
what'd you get?
FMV scene.
Cause somebody twisted my
So
arm.
is he gonna shit now?
What the fuck is that?
He actually used the force of his shit to knock that chair back. So we interacted with that earlier, and now it's here in this scene.
Hey, where are we? Are we even allowed to be out here?
That's it.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Okay. All right.
So what would you have been doing tonight if we didn't go?
What, if I hadn't gone to the party with you?
Yeah.
Well, I would have canceled all my other really important plans.
Ah.
And I would have
One of them is gonna murder the other one, right? Close.
Yes. But well, no, I mean, it doesn't feel like work. You know, I like being wired in.
Yeah.
Makes me feel connected. You work all the time. In fact, you're there most of the time I'm there. So, don't you think you work too much?
Maybe. I don't know. Yeah, I'm not. I guess. Yeah. I love work.
Hold it right there!
Shit!
You little fuck! Hey, what? All you had to do was let me in that perimeter lab.
You turned on Monarch. What was I supposed to do? You have no idea what's going on, do you?
I need to get in that lab. There's something in there that I need.
The lifeboat protocol. You work with Beth Wilder. I've seen you before.
You know her?
She's the reason I'm here.
The guy with the gun, fungus potion, is the guy who just broke out of the room. So you did miss the first episode from the previous stream. But basically, Beth Wilder told him about the lifeboat protocol, which is that this evil company has a secret protocol to save people from the end of time, because time is going to be ending soon. And he wants to get access to it because he has a pregnant wife. And she's been fucking with this nerd to try to get info for him, because she's working with Beth Wilder, who's a mole inside the company. And is the woman who's been helping us. Is that everything? Am I missing anything about these three?
That sounds right.
It's between you and God at this point.
They're building a big boat that is resistant to time disease.
Yeah.
Is like literally what the plan is. Yeah,
big
time
boat.
Yeah, it's like a time flood, and they're building a time arc.
They're building a time boat for the time flood.
I got it, guys. I got it.
I feel like we probably haven't said the word time enough
You guys
times.
can't do this.
Why do you say that?
Special talent I have.
Oh God, the
So
color of the
celebrated.
thought.
I feel like we could say it even more.
You're welcome.
Is this it?
Oh, I forgot about this. This reveal.
What is that?
It's Scott Bakula. Yeah, that's the Quantum Leap guy. He's stuck in there. Just using a Windows computer. Opening photos in Windows. So what do you guys think's in the tube?
Probably some more time.
You're not wrong.
Extremely hostile.
You'd be like a goo.
Well, there's time unit mutants.
Yep, that's a scientist
Oh,
who
cool.
became a time mutant, Dr. Kim. But now he's
This guy's
now he's a
fucking up
time
time.
mutant. See, that's him on the left, and that's him
Oh,
on
that's-
the infinity.
That's pretty sick looking, honestly.
Yeah.
They pumped me full of time, and
Man,
now I'm
this has
extremely
changed.
hostile.
It's pumped me full of time.
Do you know why?
The way he's just standing. Hold on.
He stands up fully.
What the hell is that supposed to mean?
Holy
I see the
shit.
monarch's well-being. Oftentimes, the matters Paul may find them arbitrary.
I smoked time just once, and this is how I look.
A little more complex than that.
He's an incredible actor. It's very fun how he's like, you can tell that he is having fun in this role, playing like a basically pastiche of like all of his famous roles.
I can tell you, Paul does.
Yeah, he's literally the G-man from Half-Life.
Or I could point out that there's a difference between Paul and myself. You see, Paul, he still has such hope for the world, whereas I lean towards a more realistic approach.
Sean Ashmore just like full dad near, just like,
comes miscalculation, and as you
I don't know what you're saying, but can I leave?
catastrophe. Paul's a very dangerous man, practically a zealot, and things will only get worse if he continues unchecked.
Methinks Martin Hatch has a ulterior motive here.
With you, Mr. Joyce.
Fungus potion.
Maybe you and I can find some.
That's upsetting. That's insane for Olympia to not have any barbecue sauce in the house.
Yeah, that's pretty bad. I'm really sorry.
I like that this is a scene where it's like anyone else, the normal reaction would be like, oh, this guy is like trouble. This guy's big trouble. But our reaction is just like, oh shit, he left a key here.
Gun?
Don't look at me. I'm just a camera. As a gun is a key that unlocks your death.
Damn.
Holy
Hardcore.
He was my
Holy
mentor
fucking shit.
from college and then here in Monarch. I was in
Wow.
a bad place and he kind of turned me around.
I am invigorated by that.
Got it. Sort of. I mean,
Security is fucking awful. They've had like 3 breakouts in an hour.
I'm in a mass deletion.
I mean, to be fair, this is basically the version of Evil Apple, and I'm sure Evil Apple doesn't really know how to.
Wait, hold on.
Doesn't have a lot of security protocol in place for stuff like this.
The stutters, they're
Well, sorry, regular
they're
Apple,
increasing
but with like
frequency.
time.
What's a stutter?
The more
Time
frequent
apple.
the stutters,
Time apple.
the more indicative of a fracture.
Okay, and what's a fracture?
Of time. 0 seconds. It doesn't start back up.
You idiot. It's fucking...
Fuck you.
The chronon field regulator is the core of Monarch's time tech. Everything is based upon it. And it
should be
it has
like,
something to do with the
be
life
like, of what? And not expecting the answer time.
Time. Yeah. Bro, we're about to face the fracture and stutter. What fracture and stutter? Of time, bro. Time is gonna stutter and fracture.
I haven't even paid attention to a single thing happening in this entire game.
So she just got caught in a time stutter.
The lab is stunner-proof. Stay here.
Stutter, where are you going?
There are chronon harnesses up here. We need them.
Everyone is running everywhere and wearing 17 layers. And they've been running everywhere for 6 straight hours.
We need to run away from the time. God. This shit.
In like Zara jeans.
Yeah, it's fucked up by time. Oh.
These motherfuckers have a cloth layer between the air masks.
Everyone. Oh.
I'm not gonna out this person, but I have met somebody who did special effects on Cube 2, Hypercube.
Oh hell
He did
yeah!
the special effects where somebody gets killed by a time crystal. He did like the time crystals
Ooh.
that are in that movie.
Fuck, I need to watch the whole Cube movies.
But people get killed by time crystals in that movie. He animated.
I feel like I know, like, I don't remember who this is, but I know it's somebody insane for this to be true of.
Yeah, it's a game developer.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is a Cube 2, and it's called Hypercube.
Well, that makes sense to me.
It's wild to me that they made 3D models of these guys, and then they actually had actors in these costumes. That's fucking crazy.
Jay, I saw you added the signal to your watch list. I've seen it before, and I've been considering rewatching it.
Wait, fuck, did we watch The Signal? Hold on.
Well, all of the signals. I think I have the others one on my watch list as well. All right, well that was it. So there's time stutters. Time is fucking up. We learned that there's still time to heal, but there's not enough time to escape.
Time to heal?
Oh, I wanted to see the enemy time guys in live action, but I didn't expect to see them. Smiley face.
Security was tight at the Monarch Gala. You took quite a risk walking into the Lion's Den.
If we were gonna kidnap Dr. Amaral, then we needed to do it from the inside.
Dr. Amaral.
Beth Wilder. You were quick to trust her.
We had common interests.
Is that all you had?
That's all we need.
Are you asking if I wanted to fuck Beth?
Thanks for showing up.
Harry thought this was gonna be a rescue.
Never heard of
There's a story here.
You know a guy called Hatch?
Serene's right-hand man.
He was here. He gave me this big
2007. Yeah, so Burr, I actually added that because I had forgotten that David Bruckner had worked on it, and he is not only making the new movie, which has the trailer of the woman who goes, "This is my house," but backwards. He also directed The Ritual, which was really good. The one really good segment in VHS, and apparently, as of yesterday, it's been announced, is directing a Hellraiser reboot for Hulu.
I think
Shit!
Fight.
Everyone's concentrating on the party.
It better be gay.
The crazy plan's working.
I feel like he would. I feel like he would make it gay.
I don't have a fix on her.
Yeah.
She's either at the party or at her office at the R&D facility here on the island. I'll scout out the party.
Well, it is now
So
10,
you're gonna sip champagne while I break you
and we have watched another episode.
It's like you got this all
Y'all about ready to break out?
Yeah, it's Betty guys for this sleepy time here.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And I have to say goodbye as well.
Thank you all for joining. Do either
Yeah,
of you have
thanks for hanging
anything?
out, everybody.
Do you have anything you have to plug while I very quickly look to see if there's anybody that I can raid?
I got the same stuff as always.
Yeah, Yep.
We make games together. They're called worsttrollsgames.com. If you go there, you can see some out-of-stock t-shirts, but there are links to our games and probably our social media on there.
I do love
Yeah, you can
a nice
find-
out-of-stock t-shirt.
Yeah.
A nice out of stock.
They are sometimes in stock.
Out of stock.
Sometimes in stock.
And
They come back in stock.
You're out of stock.
You're out of time.
Sure.
Out of stock. Hey. But sometimes they're in stock. Is this anything?
Yeah. It's the truth.
It's definitely something, that's for sure. Alright, well... See y'all later.
Yeah. All right. Good night, y'all.
Good night.
Good night.
Bye. Goodbye.